Okay, they just here for years, it's the Mizzle show. Always checking in, cause you know we love sports. Hey, they just hit 100 subs, it's time they get some out. Hey, yo, just two brothers, yeah, y'all. Come tune in, they got guests, they got others, yeah, y'all. Come sit and chat, they got talks like no others, yeah, y'all. Cause it's a family up in here, we love each other, yeah, y'all. Let's see what they say tonight, yeah. It's the Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show, yeah, Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show. It's the Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show, yeah, Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show.
Now, before we get into all this stuff, well, first off, hello, welcome to the
Nice
Mizzle
background.
Show. Thank you. Thank you
I
very
like it.
much.
I like it. Good choice.
Thank you very much. First off, welcome to episode 332 of the Mizzle Dub Show. I'm Dub.
Yes, and we're not closing up the show. I need to change that banner. My bad. we're not closing up the show.
But we do appreciate your support regardless. But no, before
yes, and it is 12 o'clock.
But before we get into it, it really has not been the good start of a week in the sports world. Yes, good morning, Job Post TV. First off, Sunday, definitely lost one of the great voices, certainly of our youth. Now, obviously, when you think of the worldwide leader in sports in Bristol, Connecticut, obviously Chris Berman, Bob Lee, Tom Mee, Stuart Scott, Rich Eisen, Dan Patrick, Keith Olbermann, John Saunders, Charlie Steiner, all those come to mind when you talk about establishing ESPN. But however, obviously, and you could throw in Dick Vitale in that voice also. But for me, especially for those that definitely enjoy play-by-play guys, which I am an aspiring play-by-play broadcaster. The name Mike Patrick is very significant of ESPN. And I say that because, first off, for a very long time, any big ACC college basketball game, especially when it was Duke against Carolina, Mike Patrick and Dick Vitale were there calling those games.
Those were great games. I mean, given that I'm a Tar Heel fan, if you ain't been following the show long enough to know that, but they brought the energy to make you like you were involved in there in the game, man. Mike Patrick was just a delicacy, man. And you put him and Dickie V together.
And not to mention, ESPN was the first to venture out into Sunday Night Football. And from 1987 until 2005, Mike Patrick, with the exception of a few games to where he was recovering from surgery and Pat Summerall filled in for those few games, but for us 80s, born in the 80s and grew up in the 90s, Mike Patrick was our voice of Sunday nights on ESPN. Him and Joe Theismann, and then they added Paul McGuire when NBC lost the NFL before they came back and got Sunday Night back in 2006. Joe Theismann, Paul McGuire, and Mike Patrick were our voices for Sunday Night Football. And I've always said, and again, Mike Tirico did a hell of a job doing Monday Night Football before he went to go take the job at NBC, but I always felt like that Mike Patrick, at least in the first few seasons when ESPN got Monday Night Football, Mike Patrick should have done Monday Night Football. But in addition to that, the women's Final Four, Mike Patrick was our voice. Him and Ann Myers-Drysdale were the voices for the women's college game until he retired. Then, of course, for me, the College Baseball World Series on ESPN. For the longest time, Mike Patrick was our voice on those summer humid nights in Omaha, Nebraska, broadcasting the College World Series. Like, Mike Patrick is right up there on the Mount Rushmore of ESPN, like I said, along with Chris Berman and Bob Lee and Tom Mees and John Sanders and Dan Patrick and Stuart Scott and Rich Eisen and Keith Olbermann and Charlie Steiner. You know, all those OGs of ESPN for 36 years.
Damn, he was there for 36 of them things?
36 years, Mike Patrick was a staple on ESPN.
Damn, we're older than his ESPN career.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And well, looks like Numb Lips is ready.
Do not ever announce the nickname on the show again. No, we're never gonna do that again. That is a one time thing. That's an in between us joke kind of thing. We don't share that with the world.
Look at
We don't
him
do that.
shaking his head.
We don't do that. Well, since you didn't say it, we might as well bring him on now, ladies and gentlemen, from the All Pro Joffos, our brother, our good brethren, the bad guy himself, JP. Get him, JP. He should.
Respected you like that a day, and since I've known you, that's just straight on disrespect.
Well, at least you don't have the nickname Torpedo Nips, okay? All right.
Now, while we're still, no, we're not going to do that. That's not what it's
Anyhow,
about.
okay, back to Mike Patrick. Now, Mike Patrick
Well,
was
that's too close. There we go.
Mike Patrick was at ESPN for 36 years. Obviously, him, Joe Theismann, Paul McGuire on Sunday Night Football, him and Dick Vitale. Many big games on ACC basketball called. I mean, the ACC tournament was Mike Patrick's baby. When it was the ACC tournament, he was the main guy along with him and Dick Vitale. And of course, later on, Jay Billis. And of course, Mike Pat. I mean,
that Judas. Nobody cares about it. Jay Billis. Nobody cares about it. He's a dookie. Nobody cares about him. Get the hell out of here with that. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about it. Nobody cares about a dookie.
No, but the good thing is, he died of natural causes in Virginia. So,
okay, well now you know what. That is a way to go. The man lived when he died in his 80s. He died in his 80s, and he went out.
He was 80 years
natural
old.
Causes.
Again, he started at ESPN the year I was born in 1982. His final ESPN assignment was he called the 2017 Liberty Bowl, and of course, anytime you had a Mike Patrick game, they would always say, "Hi, I'm Mike Patrick. It's great to have you with us." He always said that in every broadcast that he ever did for ESPN. So here, like I said, from 87 2005, did Sunday Night Football, of course, a staple on ACC basketball. Of course, from 1996 to 2009, Women's Final Four, it was Mike Patrick. Then, of course, did a lot of Saturday night college football games, but just Mike Patrick, just an all-time pro, and certainly want to give our flowers to him. In addition to that, earlier today, and not even hours after he was placed in hospice care, the Hall of Famer of the Chicago Bears, number 76, Steve Mongo McMichael, who courageously fought ALS, which of course is Lou Gehrig's disease, passed away. And it was great, even though Mongo was not Mongo in his state that we have known Mongo to be, but it was great that he got his gold jacket and his bust while he was physically there, but not, as we've come to know Mongo. Of course, Mongo played a fantastic NFL career with the Bears, played one season with the Packers, of course. Originally was a broadcaster when WCW Monday Nitro came on the air. Then, of course,
he was fantastic at that as well.
Well, him and Heenan going back and forth was pretty fun. And always had his damn dog Pepe in his damn arm when they would be live on air. Of course, made the transition into wrestling, of course. Was part of the Four Horsemen. And actually, and as shocking as this may sound to people, which is rare, but him and Ric Flair were very, very, very close. And actually, Ric Flair confirmed Mongo's passing on his X page. And of course, Ric Flair was always there visiting Mongo when Mongo was going through the ALS situation. Of course, one of his last interviews, he was interviewed by Jared Payton, Walter's son, obviously. Jared Payton is in the media in Chicago. And of course, Jared Payton talked about, his times with Mongo. So obviously we know that he was married to Deborah, who eventually also married Stone Cold Steve Austin. But Steve McMichael, Hall of Fame with the shit.
Whoa, that's new to me. I didn't know that. I knew Deborah was married to everybody. I did not know he was married to Deborah. No,
really.
The only one she had ever married was Stone Cold. That came out of her marriage.
And Brock Lesnar.
No, that's Sable. Sable's married.
Oh, yeah, excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah. I got it wrong. I'm sorry. But yeah, I did not know Deborah was married to him. I knew about Austin for sure, but did not know.
Well, people forget. Wow. Steve McMichael, is a born and raised Texan, near
It
and dear
is.
to JP's heart.
Tejas.
Right?
Which, of course, Deborah's from Texas, but they were married for a long time. Of course, Steve McMichael did win the United States Heavyweight Championship. Also had a nice feud with Jeff Jarrett. Also had a feud with Goldberg, and also had a feud with the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith. I actually got to saw Mongo live when he went against
Oh, you
Davey Boy
lucky
Smith
bastard.
at Super Brawl.
In a good way.
Super Brawl 8 in at the Cow Palace. So I definitely want to pay respects to Steve McMichael and, of course, the great Mike Patrick of ESPN.
Indeed. Excuse me. Are we ready to address the elephant in the room right now?
Okay, so
I just want to ask the question before we get in there. I just want, and I hope he's still watching. Andrew, did you expect them to win every game in the playoffs? They gotta lose, bro. We're gonna run down into the, I guess, Warriors in 5 now. I'm so mad the Warriors lost this game tonight. Disappointed in the Warriors' perform tonight against the Rockets. The Rockets are a dirty team, and they only won this game because they played dirty tonight. I'm not going to say all that, and you shouldn't be yelling at your TV watching a sporting event. And look, I'm the last one to tell you that because I scream at my TV, but not anymore. It's not worth it. I'm getting up there in age. I want to live. But should be doing that. Me and my brother predicted the Rockets to win game 2. They were going to do it. They were not going to have a performance like they did in game 1. The Warriors actually got lucky game 1, if you want to be technical, because they couldn't rebound. The Rockets just missed the shots that they made last night.
The Rockets were not going to go.
The Rockets won.
The Rockets were not going to go 2 straight games only making 6 3-pointers. They were not. Okay. Yes, the Jimmy Butler injury did not hurt. Now, X-rays show no damage. He's on his way back to the Bay to get an MRI, so we will know the first.
You don't think he ain't playing game 3? This is playoff Jimmy. Unless that thing was severely broke and he can't walk, yeah, Jimmy's gonna be on the. The dude got put at first when I saw the video.
It wasn't intentional.
He got pushed. Yeah, he got pushed. And it wasn't no purpose.
Yeah, it was not intentional. It was people going for the ball. But again,
Andrew, let me just give you what I've been saying to you since you've been watching this and we've been talking Warrior basketball. I'm going to give you the Aaron Rodgers statement.
I'm sorry.
Relax.
Okay, first off, JP, turn your mic up because you are so low.
My bad. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
But
can you hear me better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta actually pull it up now, I guess. Some Warriors fans have gotten so entitled they don't remember the shit years, and it shows.
Oh, we do.
And it shows.
When there's ever been a factual statement, there's been a factual statement.
Reality is just gone with some fans at this point. Just guys, it's not always a conspiracy. Chill out. It's not always like, oh, they were trying to hurt him. Oh, they're playing dirty. Oh, the refs weren't on the. Relax.
What's up, fam? Yeet.
I was like, well, we really got.
And here's the thing.
LeBron going LePeak.
Right. It's all a show. It's all a show. And I say this, I'll give you this. They are grabbing the living shit out of Curry.
Oh, yeah. All the time.
Well, they don't like each other.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's playing. They don't like each other.
Curry run free. That's always been the game plan.
Yeah.
And the Warriors are still 4-0. And Miss Jody.
And she's a Rockets fan, folks.
And I told you y'all was going to win game 2, regardless if Jimmy was healthy the whole game or not. The Rockets were going to win game 2. They were not going to leave Houston down 2-0. Would I want 2-0? Fuck yeah, who doesn't as a fan? But they got to come to the Bay, and we'll give them that good Bay Area cooking. Chef Curry gonna do what he do.
However, but let's just give credit where credit's due. Jalen Green was outstanding tonight.
38 points. 38 points after having what in game 1? like 6 or 8 in game one.
He So I mean that's really, like I said, Jimmy fell on his butler. That's funny, Brandon. That is real.
I'm so
funny.
glad I wasn't drinking at that moment. This whole screen would have been sprayed.
Talking spit.
Yeah, hell, I'm just trying to catch up with JP.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna take you a minute.
Don't threaten me with a good time, and it will not. Well, maybe a minute to get there, but I can drink to try to get there. But we're not.
Fake shoot. Okay, Andrew. Fake shooting game or not? The Rockets were going to hit their shots better in game 2.
Bro, can I ask a question? I might have asked this question before. Andrew, how old are you? If you don't mind answering that question, how old are you, sir?
We're not old enough to remember the shit years.
Because the responses and what he's saying is like, bro,
y'all were Sacramento before Sacramento. Let's get that straight. We need to calm down with the whole. Y'all are starting to sound like entitled Patriots fans when they were winning.
28.
That's what
that explains it.
Like.
That explains it.
You don't know.
That explains a lot. Yeah, that explains a lot.
Take a seat in the corner, youngster.
Bro.
Relax.
Bro. Yeah, Steph Curry has probably been the good thing for you. Oh, my God, Chris Gatlin.
The only thing he knows is Steph Curry.
Yeah, if he's 28, no, he knows. Was that still might be the We Believe. He might have been a youngin, but that might be the We Believe.
He was a youngin at We Believe. So basically,
yeah. Still some continuity, a little bit.
Okay, so when he was born, this was the sucky years where they changed the logo. Antoine Jameson was on the team.
He ain't seen that. Oh, this was Tunda. This was Tunda.
Yes.
Was that the mascot? Tunda?
Yes. So this is so he was born at Latrell Sprewell choking out PJ Carlos. No, that's when he was born.
Oh, that's when we went to the fucking dumps.
Yes.
Oh.
When we were signing.
We were Dusty Rhodes before Dusty Rhodes took them hard times, baby.
we were sitting on hard times with Larry Hughes and way past his prime Mookie Blaylock and Muggsy Bogues, baby. And so we know about hard times. So was my son. Like I said, you was definitely at the end of the Chris Mullin era and right before Sprewell started choking PJ, baby.
How the hell do I know all this shit more than I'm only 5
what was that?
years old. I said I'm only 5 years older. How the hell do I know more about it than he does?
Well, some folks just are historians and maybe he got into basketball late.
We don't know. But see,
I think I just came out knowing sports.
I'm just saying, if you're going to call yourself a fan of any team, you better know the history of your fucking team.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. Even if it's just one team. I'm not saying you have to know the history of the league, but you better know the history of your fucking team. And
yes, definitely old Pods is a, you know what? Kudos to Pods for trying to give it a go. The man tried.
Hey, you know what? They should start bringing their own food when they travel. Because all this food poisoning shit, when you go to somebody else's city, that's ridiculous. You didn't catch the shit when you was in San Francisco.
Yeah. And I can understand that.
Hey.
I can understand that.
It's okay.
My statement.
But I'm just going to say this. If you're going to come on a certain show with some of that, you're going to get a little backlash, and they're going to give you the historian about a team. And it just happens that you came to a show that we've been Warrior fans for a long time.
Long time.
And so me and my brother were happy with just the one.
Yes.
Hell, we finally seen them do it.
Yes.
But to get 4?
And
possibly 5?
Not complaining. Like I said, okay.
If Curry gets 5, is he better than LeBron?
Yes.
I said Dubs in 6. I've been promoting that. You can check my Facebook. You can check the last video before that. When it was announced, I said Dubs in 6.
Here's what people don't understand, because people thought that the decade of the 2010s was going to be LeBron's decade. And then this light-skinned fella from Davidson University by way of Charlotte, North Carolina,
Well,
said, Mizzle, get your can ready or your glass. Basically
Hold
said,
it.
hold it.
JP got a drink too. He can hold it. Yep,
Hold it, if you will.
Hold it.
And I'm just going to take over. And people do not give Wardell Stephen Curry his credit about how he has changed the game of basketball. He has changed the game of basketball. And he does not get enough.
Could ever wish.
Can I stop you right there, Roscoe? Can I
Go
stop
ahead.
you there, Roscoe? Because I want to see. This is how I know you're really, really. If you've been a Warrior fan, the majority of their wins, and including championships, have been on the road.
Only one time they've celebrated a Larry in front of the home crowd.
And that was with KD.
And they like pouring champagne in other teams' locker rooms.
Other people, yeah. So yeah, Andrew, six is sweeter because it's gonna be in Houston. That's what they do.
I love seeing Draymond get, but hey, I'm not gonna lie. that little childish elbow that he got hit and flopped with the late ass reaction. I'm like, Draymond, you shut the fuck up with all the shit that you've done in your career. You get your punk ass up and you fucking finish up this game. Sitting there.
Hey, well, you got to forget who his best friend is. You got to forget who his best friend is. Right. Go to school of flopping.
That's just as much bullshit as he's done as in his career. What did Country K used to call him? The habitual dick kicker. And this motherfucker's going to come in with a weak-ass elbow and a late-ass reaction.
Hold on. Draymond, I love you, but damn it. Come on, Dre. Come on, Dre.
We didn't fuck one of the greatest basketball players in the world, bro. I miss Kobe Bryant, damn it. Didn't like that man on the court, but damn it. Respected his game.
Had to give him that.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Jody, stop it.
Green flop off contest.
Oh, well, she said that when it was announced.
True.
Miss Jody lined that up real quick.
No, but
take that trophy. But
Andrew, overrated or not, they earned the right to be the number 2 seed in these playoffs. You don't be the number 2 seed by being overrated.
Oh, well, and number 1, they got a coach that took a team to the finals.
Yes.
Sorry, what are the Warriors?
They are the 7th seed.
They're the 7th seed.
Okay, yeah. We can end that conversation right there.
But how
hell, hell, the Rockets worked their way up to the 2nd seed. It ain't like it was that they were hanging there.
No, handed to them.
Just like the Warriors got out of that 11th, 10th spot, like we told you, Andrew. And you might just want to just start.
But what do we know? What do we know?
Thank you, Dub. You knew what I was leading up to. You knew what I was. This is why we've been doing this shit for so long, because you already knew what I was getting at.
Damn thing, apparently.
That's why it's in the merch shop.
Brandon, you stop it right now.
Mean Green versus Lean. Oh.
Brandon is coming in with the one-liners tonight, folks.
I might slightly give you that, Andrew. Maybe. That might be a good. That might be a good
only
take.
Difference is there's no Marc Gasol, no Zebo on the Rockets.
Correct, but I kind of see where he was going with that, though.
There's no gun pointing suspensions either.
That too.
Oof. No. Our rocket launchers, RPGs. He even said he was using that.
Yeah, Porzingis.
Porzingis got him.
He was blading like he was Ric Flair in a steel cage match.
Whoa. Hey.
But
he almost had himself a Stone Cold moment.
But even without Jason Tatum, Boston does get the win.
Oh, he didn't play tonight. Last night.
No, Tatum did not play. No, not at all.
I didn't get that.
No, but well, let's just go through the
Batman mask. Oh wow. Oh, are we going through the association?
Yeah, we're just gonna go through the playoff scores tonight. Here, there's a lot of.
We're gonna get a nice little melody music while you do that.
Well, first off, glad to see Dame back on the court, but it was not enough as the Pacers go up 2-0 over the Bucks, 123 to 115. Thunders pick up where they left off. They win 118 to 99. And the Lakers tried everything they could to keep the T-Wolves in the game. It's just Minnesota could not hit shots. But the Lakers do get the win and even up their series 98 or 94 to 85. Luka Doncic was outstanding again as he, I think he was an assist shy.
What's that?
The music.
Luka.
Oh, that's
the Super Dope Beat Maker.
Super Dope Beat Maker.
Oh, I was like,
No, why Dub? I'm gonna start trying to entwine music when Dub is announcing some talking. You know how Sports Center does when they do the highlights and talk about it.
okay.
Incorporate a little nice melody music.
This is new.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it just we just try to be instrumental and
The refs are bad every game, Andrew. Get the fuck over it. Don't.
But Julius Randle had a.
Here's the thing. Don't let the refs be the ones to get the game for you.
100%.
Make it undeniable to where the refs don't have to help.
Yes.
Or the refs aren't making bad calls or whatever. Refs are always going to be shit. I'm done hearing them as a fucking excuse.
Yes. What is your question, Miss Jody? Which, by the way,
wait, you have to finish. You have to finish off reading the sports, and then we'll get back into the.
No, but
let's stay on one.
Julius Randle had a very
I
good game for the
sidetracked that,
Timberwolves. He had 27. Antwerps had 25, and that was really all the scoring for Minnesota, as they could not get anything from anybody else. LeBron had 21. Luka had 31. Reeves had 16. 11 for Machimura, as Game 3 now goes to Minnesota. As mentioned, Pacers got the win over the Bucks, 123 to 118. Despite the fact that Giannis shot the ball 1 had 34, but he could not get help other than Bobby Portis. Dame came back, shot 4-13 at 14 points, but it was again Siakam, Naismith, Turner. Basically, the whole starting five for Indiana was all in double digits, led by Siakam's 24, and Mathurin had 14 off the bench as Indiana, a quiet 50-win team, got
Wait a minute. They had 50 wins?
Yeah, Indiana sneaking up with 50 wins.
Seriously, what multiverse have we gone into with the fucking Detroit Pistons, the New York Knicks, the Houston Rockets, the goddamn Cleveland Cavaliers are all in the playoffs and doing work?
Well, it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. But when we've been sucking for so long, and plus,
draft picks got to hit at some point, right? Fuck.
They do. Speaking of the Cavaliers, Miami made it a game, but at the end,
Miami made a good run.
Yes, they did, but too much Donovan Mitchell as the Cavaliers go up 2-0 over the Heat, 121-112.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
That is true. Mitchell had 30, Garland had 21, Mobley had 20, Hunter had 12 off the bench for Cleveland. Highsmith had 17 off the bench. Jovic had 11 off the bench. Tyler Hero continues to play well.
Where did this come from, though? I mean, he's always had it in him, but
yeah,
he's lighting it up right now, though.
Well, I mean, it really has become his team now that Jimmy Butler is in Golden State. It's pretty much become his team.
This is true.
And he's been showing out.
And some people in Miami wanted to trade him.
This is also true.
Well, again, I will always say this. The 2023 finals might be a little bit different if Tyler Hero did not hurt himself in the early rounds of the playoffs. I still think Denver would have won the series, but I don't think it would have ended in a 5. It probably might have gone at least 6.
Yeah.
He definitely is playing hero ball for sure. But despite
100%.
all that, yes, we did mention that. But we did mention that without Jason Tatum, Boston wins, but Orlando made it a game, but Boston were 9 points better. They got the win 109-100. And the finals MVP of a year ago, that former California Golden Bear, Mr. Jaylen Brown, certainly went off as he had 36 to lead the way for Boston. A double-double from KP, despite the fact that he was bleeding like Ric Flair. He had 20 and 10. Holiday had 11. White had 17. And the sixth man of the year, Mr. Pritchard, had 14 off the bench. to lead the way.
Congratulations to him, by the way, on that.
Yes, he definitely earned it.
Well deserved.
Bonchero had 32, Wagner had 25, Carter had 16, Black had 11 off the bench, as Orlando fell 9-point short. But I think Orlando might get Game 3 because I don't know if Boston can keep this up without Jason Tatum, but I think Orlando will get one in Orlando.
How long is Jason Tatum out for?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Okay.
But as mentioned, Rockets get the win over the Warriors, 109-94. But I will say this for the Warriors. Even though his minutes were limited, I like the way Pat Spencer played last night. He was fantastic in his minutes at 12 points or at 11 points. Quentin Post seemed to got into a groove. A lot of people could have won Sixth Man of the Year, but I mean, it's hard not to let Pritchard win that. Okay, here's the thing, Miss Jody. When that fracas happened, there was a timeout on the floor. So that's why Draymond Green didn't get thrown for anything. And that's okay. If it was after a play and people came off the bench, there would have been multiple ejections. But because that was a timeout, that's why both teams were on the court. Of course, this always goes back to the Amari Stoudemire situation where Robert Horry basically knocked Steve Nash into the scores table, if you will.
Cheap seats. God damn.
Which unfortunately cost the Suns that series. And after that, the rule is if you come off the bench when something like that happens, you get an automatic a 1-game suspension. Which, of course, back in our day, that led to great NBA fights because I still think about the damn. I still think about the
Miami Heat, New York Knicks.
That too, but also when Scottie Pippen dunked on Patrick Ewing and said,
"Ooh,
put my nuts in your mouth," and that led to another nice bitches clerk. See.
It was just seeing Jeff Van Gundy getting dragged
by Alonzo Mourning's leg. By Alonzo Mourning's leg.
That is just great television. I don't care. Do yourself some service and look that up.
Yeah. the great NBA fights of back in the day. But for tonight's game, which of course tonight falls on the first night of the NBA draft, but we've got some good matchups here. We got Knicks and Pistons in Game 3, and downtown Detroit is going to be lit as can be, as the Knicks and the Pistons go into a 1-1 tie. And by the way, congratulations to Jalen Brunson, this year's NBA Clutch Player of the Year, winning that second award after Steph Curry won it last year.
They added another trophy?
Yeah, Clutch Player of the Year. Yeah.
There's a Clutch Player of the Year now.
Yeah.
Steph won it last year.
Steph won it last year. Thunder, Grizzlies, and Memphis for Game 3.
Fucking more and more participation trophies.
You took the word. I was just saying that
I was waiting for it. Here. I was waiting for it.
I was just waiting for you to finish, and I was going to say it, but you know, the bad guy comes in here and just
the bad guy being the bad guy, and also
and we love it.
Game 3 between the Nuggets and the Inglewood Clippers. The Intuit Dome getting its first playoff action tonight.
Go Nuggets! I just can't root for nothing.
Knicks and Pistons, Thunder Grizzlies are on TNT. Nuggets and Clippers on NBA TV. Miss Jody says false. More like foul drawing player of the year. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a flopping award too, named after Vlade Divac. I'm just saying.
It's gonna be.
LeBron wins it hands down.
I need an enemy of Kobe catching the towel and saying soft. Oh God! If somebody can make that, you would make millions.
Well, definitely put that in this new cartoon version too.
Yeah,
gold.
So Tyler Lockett, as mentioned earlier by Mizzle, signs a 1-year deal with the Tennessee Titans. God help him.
It's a good signing for the Titans.
It is, but who's going to throw the damn ball?
I was going to say they just need a quarterback now.
Well, aren't they number one?
They are the number 1 pick in the draft. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's Cam Ward.
Yeah.
So it's a good sign. I guarantee you. You have to pay attention to certain nuggets that are given to you before the draft. Tyler Lockett signing with the Tennessee Titans, who have the number 1 overall pick. That's a nugget. Cam Ward is going to be the number 1 overall pick.
The perfect wide receiver to have when you're bringing in a rookie quarterback.
100%.
Perfect.
100%. 100%.
Straight
All I know-
possession receiver, doesn't get hurt. He's been healthy pretty much his entire career.
Mm-hmm.
I would know this. He's a fucking 49er killer his whole
Yes.
goddamn career. So I'm glad to
Yes.
see him out of Seattle.
Yes. Damn it, yes. Good Lord. It's like him and Larry Fitzgerald made a Hall of Fame career killing our team. Dear Lord.
That's facts. That's facts. That's facts.
He's an undercover deep ball threat too.
Yes.
I don't think people really understand. Like, yeah, he's a possession receiver, mainly a slot guy. Catch the
But
ball,
he has
can run
speed.
routes.
goes down
Yes.
But he can
assembly.
run routes.
Very
Yes.
underrated deep ball receiver.
Our brother KB is giving you some love. Hey, brother, don't that Deadpool one go crazy?
This
It's that
one right here. This is, I don't know if you can see it, but that's Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh, I know what that is.
And my wife traced that one up. She basically got she found a photo of it, got the picture frame, so she took the plastic off of it and just traced it in.
After what she brought the game night, I'm not shocked.
Which one?
Remember we had to do the gift, the gag for Christmas. Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
100%.
so Brandon, let me
I
ask
knew
you
she's the
this-
truth.
Brandon, let me ask you this question. Why do you think going from Mr. Mayo in my coffee to Cam Ward is a huge downfall? Please explain that.
Hell, I think Cam Ward is better. Might be a better upgrade than Mr. Mayo.
What's going on, cuz?
Hold on.
The prodigy is joining us.
Hold on.
That's
Hold on.
good.
Can we go back? Can we go back to that?
What, Brandon's
Which one?
comment?
Did this dude just give praise to Will fucking Levis?
Well, you saw me asking the question.
I
Why
would
do you
like to know
think?
too.
Why do you think it? He says it's a huge downfall from having all those big name players on their offense a couple of years prior.
And that's including Will Levis?
Emphasis on the Will Levis part,
Are we
folks.
not watching the same film? I don't understand this. How is Will Levis being praised as this top style?
What did he do last year?
Nothing.
What did he do last year?
There's nothing about this game or his game that tells me that Will Levis is going to be worth anything better than a fucking Mayo commercial. Absolutely nothing. The dude is a backup quarterback at best, a bridge quarterback really at best. Like he's not. Trust me. Just if you're on the Will Levis train, you need to get the fuck off it now because you're probably the only one on it, and it's about to get derailed.
I just think Ward is a upgrade from Levis.
It's a huge upgrade.
Nah, I'm just saying they went from having a bunch of studs to trying to fix an offense, going from one bad to QB to another hopefully not bad QB. Well, I can sit here and say that if they take the guy from Miami, I think they're going in the right direction. And they did. I think their offseason was pretty decent too. They did pick up some nice free agents. I just can't at the top of my head remember, but I believe that they did pick up some solid free agents.
The only issue I have about Cam Ward is the fact that he quit on his team in the bowl game after he got the record.
And you and the Insomniacs page had a very nice back and forth.
I know who that is, James. James loves to push my buttons on certain topics, so I think
Hey,
I'm
I was
pretty
in
sure
there.
I know who it was.
Hey, I was in there like, oh, okay.
Well, Miss Jody, it's his second year, so he's still trying to establish his program. As it is the coaches, you need 3 years to put your program in. Then after the third year, if there is no progression, if there's no progress, okay, then you can start over again. But
yeah, you naturally have to give your coach 3 years.
Yeah.
Unless it's just so horrible in that first year. It's like, yo, we can blow this up while it's still being blown up.
I mean, people
The
forget.
Patriots didn't give Gerard Mayo that chance.
That
Nope.
was horrible. That was
I mean-
horrible.
And you know what? I think that's going to come back and bite them in the ass in a major way.
That was
I
so
hope so.
horrible.
I hope
Because,
so.
Look, I know how they feel about Vrabel.
Yeah.
Look, people, I'm just going to come off and say this right now.
You're not the bad guy for no reason.
As a head coach, scrub. Defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, whatever it is, coordinator maybe, cool. He might be all right. But as a head coach, no. He's not going
He
to make it.
wasn't
in
bad in Tennessee. Didn't he get him to the playoffs?
He got him to the AFC title game,
Yeah.
and then met
Shit,
and then met
Tom
Kermit the
Brady
Frog in
that
his
made
ketchup
it
on
in there.
steak.
Well, I'll tell you this. He didn't want A.J. Brown traded. He was pissed when the Titans traded A.J. Brown.
Okay, now Esposito, anywhere he goes, he will fit because he's a very damn good wide receiver.
Oh, yeah. He can run routes.
Yes, he's a very good route runner.
He can.
They're not gonna do that
Both
with
of them can
number
actually
one
run routes if you want to be technical.
Not with number one, but I like it.
Yeah.
No. But
Because, I
yeah,
mean,
that kid can. That
I
kid
mean,
can run some routes.
This draft is
Good
very deep.
afternoon. Yeah, it's a little bit later than the afternoon, but
Well, I think
No,
Brian
where
might-
he's at, it might be afternoon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it might be afternoon.
where he's at. Yeah.
damn, where's the other side of the world?
Hey,
Probably, yeah.
the Mizzle and Dub Show have reached parts of the world that we thought we'd never reach.
Worldwide.
We have made it to Ireland, and I don't even know how we did that.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, have you guys seen your analytics? I was like, I know the Jaffos, we're heard in 13 different countries. I'm sure y'all are on the same path.
Dude,
Yeah.
no, when I saw the fact that we hit the
We're-
UK, I'm like, what?
Yeah, we was in Great Britain. Yeah, Australia.
No.
Yeah, that's
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 yes.
pretty
these
badass.
Aussies. Rhea Ripley, what's up?
You see, Jake.
Aussie, oi.
Love it.
Okay,
Oh,
Henry.
Say that the Ravens are the team to beat next year and will run the NFL for the next decade while the
Okay, I will say this about. Okay, here's the thing about.
Not speaking for everybody.
But they ain't been making it to the Super Bowl.
Okay, now again, here's my problem. Here's my problem with the Ravens. Okay,
I still think they won't beat the Bills.
2 seasons ago, you get to the AFC Championship game. What was your bread and butter for that year? You were the number 1 rushing team in the NFL.
And then what did they do?
And what did you decide to do? You decided to go away from the one thing that you did well, which is running the football. Then when you ran the football, you averaged 5 yards a carry, but you stopped running the damn football.
Sound like a team that I know that 2 of my brothers like. Kind of sounds like that.
Oh, you mean this team?
Yeah, that team.
Bingo.
Okay. Then you get Derrick Henry. But you couldn't stop a cold faucet with Josh Allen, and then you lost to the Bills. Okay. So Baltimore's done some good things. Baltimore has always done well in the draft. John Harbaugh has been a good coach for a long time, but there's something with them psychologically that they just can't get over the damn hump.
It's the Chiefs. They want to play Chiefs ball when they play the Chiefs. That's what everybody in the AFC does when they play.
Well, then
but it has not just been the Chiefs that have been beating the Ravens, though.
Okay.
Well, they beat themselves that one year against the Chiefs. And you can also, I hate to say it, but Zay Flowers was another reason why they ain't got where they got, because all he had to do was just fall down.
You have
man.
You have first and goal. Stop trying to stretch the ball.
The Baltimore Ravens have been really good at drafting a bunch of slot receivers. They still don't have a true number 1.
I agree.
They've never had it. I think the last time they had a true number 1 was Steve Smith, maybe. Steve Smith Senior.
Got him at that point. I'm sorry, he was a 2.
No, but I'm just saying, when he was there, he was basically their number 1.
Right, but right now their number 1 is Mark Andrews, and you're not going to have a successful offense when your top wide receiver is your tight end.
Well, here's the thing, folks. The Ravens benefited by the fact that the Cincinnati Bengals have no defense and they get off to slow starts. Because if they didn't, Cincinnati
the Bengals would be running this division.
Yeah, Cincinnati would be running the AFC North right about now.
Cincinnati
I agree.
organizationally doesn't understand what they need to do.
Facts.
They don't
Facts.
fucking get it.
If somebody other than Mike Brown was running this ship, Cincinnati could have had some.
I'm sorry. I don't know how you don't find a way to pay your best defensive player.
Yeah.
And try to build on that defense. But I get it.
Didn't one of their best defensive ends just retire this year too?
Yeah.
I think somebody did retire. Yeah.
No, it was Hubbard.
Not Hawkinson.
Hubbard.
Hubbard.
That's what it was.
Hubbard just retired.
Yeah. Yep. And then now you want to trade away the sack leader?
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm glad to see that they kept. I'm glad that they kept Higgins and Chase and kept that true together. But
at what cost?
Hendrickson needs some help on the other side of the ball. He needs some help.
Exactly.
Hendrickson might be gone.
Hey, I'll take him in Santa Clara right now. Be on the other side of Nicholas Jonathan Bosa. I'll take that. I'll take that right now.
And that's fine. But when it comes to like draft, I'm seeing way too many people and too many. Daniel Jeremiah had, when I saw his final mock draft today, I'm like, finally somebody with some sense. Because he had the 49ers taking an offensive tackle at number 11, which, yes, 100%, that needs to happen. First of all, first round pick and your second round pick need to be.
Oh, you want O-line all the way.
Because the O-line has been the detriment of the fucking team.
Well,
without the offensive line being as shit as they have been, especially the right side, we wouldn't even know who the fuck Brock Purdy is. We would have gone through 3 quarterbacks that year. That had not been for the fucking offensive line.
They hit last year with Dominic Puny as right guard.
They need to build on that.
Okay.
Because Trent Williams is big, out of shape ass, holding out and stuff.
He's on. This should be his last season.
Draft a left guard, left tackle, center, right tackle.
Oh shit! So you don't know the other side of the ball.
First, second, third, and fourth round. That's how it needs to go.
See, real Niner fans.
I mean, because even
you have the pieces on the outside. It's right. Yeah, you need to build in the trenches.
Look at it this way. And people now need to stop looking at and this goes for all teams, really. People need to stop looking at the sexy picks. And the sexy picks are always what? The quarterback, wide receiver, and a defensive fucking end. Right? Guess what you don't win when your offensive line sucks fucking ass?
Football games.
Super Bowl.
Football games.
That too.
And Super Bowls. Yeah. Playoff games.
You do not win when your trenches suck. You are never going to win.
And that was proven when you guys played the Eagles.
Hello?
In the playoff game.
Well, I mean, let's be real. They had a backup tight end blocking the
I was just saying your offensive line wasn't at the par.
If that's George Kittle blocking Hassan Reddick, Brock Purdy does not get hurt.
No. But the fact that it was our was it Dwelly or
no, it wasn't Ross Dwelly. I forgot who it was, but it was the third string tight end guarding Hassan Reddick.
Must have been our third string then who decided to go one-on-one with Reddick. That was stupid as fuck. Thank you, Kyle. Idiot. But, again,
B-Rabbit.
The offensive line, and I was talking to somebody at work about this the other day. He's like, oh, the draft's coming up. I'm like, yeah. You're not excited? Nope. Why not? Because I feel like my team is going to fuck me the same way that they've been fucking me these last 5 years. How so? They're not going to draft an offensive lineman in the first 3 rounds. As much as it's a need, and it has to happen, They're not going to do it. They're probably going to go, and as much as I like Daniel Jeremiah's picking that offensive tackle out of North Dakota State.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
it
yeah,
Clay,
yeah.
Clay or Gray? I forget what his last name is.
Hold on. I'll get that for you. Hold on.
But,
Stand by.
but you both know who I'm talking about without
Yeah.
knowing
Yes,
the
we
name.
do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, we do.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
If we got him, I would be over fucking joyed because I'm going. Look, they get it. They know now. They understand.
Gray Zobel.
Yeah. Gray
Zobel. Zabel. Yeah, that was from Brandon.
Yeah.
Brandon put that. Thank you, Brandon.
But that's the
And
type of guy I want.
Hammy and Son came in and said the same thing. Appreciate it.
We need.
Hey, that's a nice name. I like that, and I like the logo. Okay.
We need the offensive line to be, even if you get a tackle that's
Green from
playing
Marshall.
right tackle
Okay.
for now while Trent Williams is there. Learn from him a little bit, then move him to the left tackle spot as soon as Trent Williams leaves.
Yeah.
But we haven't done enough in free agency to get offensive linemen, which is something that we should have done, but here we are.
Ooh.
And now
Him at left guard and Puny at right guard. All stop.
The
I need
pull.
to stop.
See, there you go. That's the strength of your offense.
I need to stop right now.
Why?
I need to stop.
Because you starting to see something that might not happen.
Because then I'm also seeing this. Apparently, the Niners are entertaining the idea of trading back.
No. For who?
Thank you. That's exactly what I said.
No.
You have a top 15 pick. You need to get one of the best players in the draft, and what you only have 2 offensive linemen in this draft.
We have 2 Packer fans on the show. Miss Jody, you're not alone. And I don't know about ripping football
Packers
cards.
Trading their first for TJ Watt. Man, you talk about detriment to the team.
I don't know if I'll do that. He
like
can't stay healthy.
Exactly. I like TJ Watt.
He just can't stay healthy.
He can't stay healthy at all.
And it always comes at the worst time.
Miss Jody, to answer your question, yes, Mike Green from Marshall is a damn good player.
He's a stud.
I do agree with
you.
Mike Green is good.
But 49ers need to go offensive line this first round, no questions asked. But a part of me feels, because John Lynch is so defensive line, how does Chris say it? Yick riding?
Mm-hmm.
It just, I don't see them drafting anything other than an edge rusher.
Here's what I would like to see. If it's not Zabel, Will Campbell, Kelvin Banks Jr., Ahmad Mimbu.
Oh, now that kid's a freaking beast.
I want the kid out of Texas.
Mimbu. Well, of course, that's home for you.
That's Kelvin Banks. But I'm just saying, if it's not,
and he's a beast.
If it's not Zabel or Will Campbell is the tackle from LSU.
Now, can we say that this draft is stacked with offensive tackles?
Oh yes.
You can get one.
Here's the thing, though. Is it stacked with offensive tackles? Yes. But talent level at other positions surpasses this group. At the offensive tackle spot, or really the offensive lines, if you're looking at top 5 comparatively to top 5 in other categories, it's not as big. You can probably wait to get one of the top 5 offensive linemen to at least the second round.
No, I agree. That's what I was saying. It's pretty stacked, because you don't have to get one in the first round, but if you're one of the teams that need one, you're gonna do that.
Yeah, you have to.
And Hammy and Son is agreeing, saying what you guys said earlier, that the 49ers need to put all their money to protect the Purdy, which my
100%.
brethren just said that they all draft picks should be offensive line.
whether it's all draft picks going to even if you trade a draft pick for an offensive, you could probably get a good, depending on what team is worth it, you could probably get a decent offensive lineman for maybe a third, fourth round pick,
Mm-hmm.
depending on
It'd
who
be
it is.
solid. If your scheme is good, if your coaching is good, you can coach them up.
And the scheme that we run, I'm sorry, if we get a good offensive line,
Bro, if you guys get that Mbu guy from
I
he's from
will
Missouri,
argue
right?
that
Correct,
till the
yes.
day I die. If we get a solid top 5 offensive line, there is nobody in this league that's going to be able to stop us with the
Okay,
scheme that we have.
JP,
No
let me
one.
ask you this question. So, we have 11 draft picks in this draft.
We always have
How-
a bunch of draft picks, but okay.
No, but I'm getting to my point. 11 draft picks. How many of those should be offensive linemen, in your opinion?
He said all
Out
of
of
them.
the 11,
Out of the 11.
at minimum 4.
5.
Okay.
At minimum 4. 5 is ideal. 5 would be ideal. You're getting backups or whatever it may be. You're probably going to get
Practice squad.
For me, how I would want to see it is your first 2 picks are offensive linemen. Your third round guys probably going to be a D lineman, interior D lineman. Like a D tackle spot. Your 4th round pick is going to be should be another offensive lineman, and your 5th round pick should be another offensive lineman.
Ooh.
And then outside of that, whatever it is that they're going to do, whether it goes corner, which we could use some depth at, maybe even another linebacker.
Yeah, find
You know,
somebody
we
to be next to 54.
Yeah,
To replace 50
that
to
would-
replace
that would be
57.
ideal. But
Yes.
out of the 11, I think if we can walk away with 4 offensive linemen out of the 11 picks, we're cool. We're solid. We're good. We'll be all right for the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Because the way that Shanahan and Lynch draft, although at times I do not agree with who they draft at certain points, they have been money in the late rounds.
I would have to agree with that. Yes. Yeah.
When it comes to 3rd round and beyond picks, absolute fucking money.
To which they have 3 third rounds.
And by the way, Hammy
2
and
4
Son,
rounds.
appreciate you for just subscribing to the show. That now puts us at 183. We appreciate you, brother. We hope we entertain. But also, the bad guy down there, also check out Jaffo's TV on YouTube.
Gotta get those. We just got to 355. Let's keep going.
Hey,
Oh,
let's
yes.
go. Hey, okay.
Three-
I like that.
Three double nickel. But they got 2 third round picks, 2 4th round, 2 5 round, and 3 7 round picks.
Some of those will be traded.
Yeah,
some of those
I
will
agree.
probably be
Yeah.
traded, whether it's to move up or, if they see a guy that they really like, they can probably trade a 3rd and a 4th, maybe to get into the late 2nd. To get somebody that they really like. But
I don't know.
the way it looks for me is if they can walk away with 4 offensive linemen, and if those 4 offensive linemen come in the first 4 rounds, even better.
I don't know. I'm a fan of these draft caps.
Because again, they got, what'd you say they had 2 third rounders?
2 third rounds, 2 4ths, 2 5s, 3 7s.
See, I made a post on
I
made a post
so
on
how
resemblance.
I would do it, and this is just me. People can disagree. That's okay.
Okay.
How I see it is, you get offensive tackle, 1st round pick. Your 2nd round pick, you get whatever the top offensive lineman is on the board at that point. You take them. You trade one of your 3rds and one of the 4ths to move back into the 2nd round.
Brandon, we appreciate you as well.
To at that point They probably won't go offensive line. But if you can sneak a late second round pick corner,
Ooh.
that's going to be solid.
And there's some good corners in this draft as well too.
There's a lot of good corners in this draft.
Yes.
So if you can trade back into like the late second round, walk away with a corner, you still got a 4th round pick to get another offensive lineman, and then a 5th, go get a linebacker. 6th, you get one of the last top offensive lineman off the board, and then you go, after that, whatever it is that they do is what they do. So if you can walk away with 4 offensive linemen, a linebacker, and a corner, I'll be all right. I'll be happy. That's what I personally think when it comes to needs for the team. It's offensive lineman, one more linebacker because Greenlaw's gone.
Ooh.
And a corner for depth. I like Holland.
I like
Pierce.
that. I was gonna say I like that name. I like that name.
If Holland Pierce ends up a 49er, you don't understand how happy I'm going to be. You do not understand how happy I'm going to be if Holland Pierce becomes a 49er. That's a very fucking good pick. I am glad you brought that up, Brandon. Appreciate you for that one. Because that is a dude that's going to end up being a really good player in the league.
He's 6'8". Good Lord.
Good Lord. Yeah, exactly.
6'8", 344 pounds from Rutgers.
And Rutgers, given the shit team that they've been, they've produced some pretty decent offensive linemen.
Josh Cornelly. Oh, I like that name too, Hammy. Oh, hey, the chat is dropping some
Brandon,
names right now.
With the 36 plus.
Yeah, with the 36. Yeah.
The 36-inch pythons, brother.
Yes.
Once he touches you, you ain't getting away.
You ain't getting around that.
6'8", 340
Done.
plus, 36 plus. Yeah, you're not getting away from that.
You're done.
That's a dude, and especially somebody like that can learn under Trent Williams. Trent Williams can teach him how to be that fucking malicious dog.
That they do.
That we need at the left tackle spot.
My team got one from Oregon, that kid's a freaking stud.
Yeah, JPJ slipped to y'all.
Is a stud. And what did when me and last year, me and Chris were talking about him because Chris wanted him. I was like, oh, he would be nice, and I was like, my bad, Chris.
Yeah, Mr.
But as you seen as you seen the logo right there, make sure you subscribe to the All Pro Joffos of the YouTube page. And again, thank you, Brandon and Hammy, for being new subscribers to us. We hope we always entertain you. But yeah, make sure you
real quick. Once again, you go subscribe to Joffos TV, and then once again, keep in with Mizzle and Dope. We're usually guests on the show, just like they're guests on our show.
It's a family
all the
thing.
time. But I just did want to point this out. We had a D&D session. That's right, people. We got everything on Joffos TV.
Yes,
and
indeed.
I had to give a quick shout out to our fallen friend, Mr. Christopher Reyes. He was our wizard in our D&D group. Passed away last week in a motorcycle accident. So, we had this episode dedicated to him. That we went earlier today at 7 p.m. Really short episode this time around because again we're still trying to kind of. It was kind of hard to do this episode. It was really kind of hard to be in high spirits. We tried to make it as entertaining as funny or whatever as we possibly could. But again, shout out to him and his family. Prayers and condolences. Out to them and once again, Chris, I said it on this show, man, the magic that you brought to the show, we're going to help, we're going to make sure that not just you, but the character and everything that you brought to the show lives on. So rest in peace, my friend. Rest easy.
Hey,
The magic that you brought. Hell yeah, Hammy, I appreciate you. The magic that you brought to the show will definitely continue on. So, yeah, just wanted to say that out for Chris real quick.
hey, good words, brother. Good words.
As we
Good
are
words.
talking,
Not always a bad guy, people. I got a heart.
hey yo.
I got to fill up this.
Yeah.
But real quickly, on the ice tonight, the Capitals take a 2-0 lead over the Montreal Canadiens in their first round playoffs, and no, Ovechkin did not score tonight, folks. And KB, yeet. He becomes 358.
The All Pro Joffos have now touched 358 subscribers.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Keep sharing out.
Well, something about the Stars and the Avalanche as they go into overtime again, but this time
they just like playing hockey.
But it's the Stars getting the win in overtime again over the Avalanche 2-1 as the Stars take a 2-1 lead over Colorado in the altitude. As Tyler Seguin gets the goal for the Stars to put them up 2-1. And EJ, come on, bro. Your Oilers got one job, and they're not doing it right now.
They're letting the Kings handle business.
The Kings are up 2-0 as they won Game 2, 6-2 in LA.
Yeah, I'm happy to have a talk with Cuz.
Oilers got one job, EJ. One job. But tonight on the ice, as the Golden Knights take their act to Minnesota, that's a 1-1 series tie against the Minnesota Wild. It's the Battle of Florida in the NHL as the defending champions, the Florida Panthers, are taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Panthers lead that 1-0. That's Game 2 tonight, starting at 3:30. We got the Maple Leafs and the Senators. A whole lot of Canada going on here in this one. Maple Leafs.
Whole lot of Canada? Love it.
A whole lot of Canada, yes. And in the nightcap,
we just need living room right now.
Sorry.
Yeah, right. Blues and the Jets. That's also tonight.
Wow, I was supposed to have some music going on.
On the ice as we are going with Lord's Stanley's Cup.
Benny and the Jets.
On the diamond, the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago Cubs did their jobs today as the Tigers shut out the San Diego Fathers. 6-0.
How about them goddamn Giants?
I'm getting to them. But I just want to say, Logan Webb.
Hey. Didn't JP just pull a Corey A. Smith right there?
Yeah, he did. I just want to say, Logan Webb's ERA is a very sexy 1.98. I just want to
but you know what though? He always has been doing that. The damn Giant. Every time he pitches a gem, the Giants just don't give him no damn run support.
Well, they gave him some runs tonight. They gave him 4, which normally, if you score 4 in that park, that's normally a good thing. As the Giants did beat the Brewers.
You got a good pitcher.
4-2.
Hey, this kid. Was it with? I want to get his name correctly. Our center fielder, Korean kid.
Jung-Hoo Lee.
Jung-Hoo Lee.
Jung-Hoo Lee.
Love Jung-Hoo Lee. That's one of my favorite Giants right now.
You ask his name and he appears, Mizzle.
There's our Canadian brother. There's our brethren
from up north.
How's it going, living room? But give us your feel. Give us your feel real quick on how these playoffs are going with hockey. As I think we can give living room the title to be our
hockey correspondent.
Exactly.
I think we is regular season for the NFL. How long the fucking thing goes on? It's like a 3-month goddamn season for the guy.
I love it. I love hockey.
But damn it, playoff hockey is something different.
It is fun.
It is. It is.
I gotta give it that. But going to a game, I think is like it's much better than watching it on TV.
100%. Well, when Dub came home one year, we went and watched the Sharkies, and there's not a bad seat in the house when you go watch hockey.
There's not a bad seat in that
There's
arena.
not a bad seat.
Bastards
And
lost as
I
we
am-
expect them
The
to.
fans,
Yeah, well, of
man,
course.
are fucking. Those fans are wild.
Living room. I said, and I quote, I said either the VGK or the Stars are coming out of the West. That's what I said.
Yes. Yeah, but no, but he's asking yes. You have came on the show and spoken those exact words.
You want to talk hockey? You talk to a Canadian. That's all you got to do.
And that's
That-
Okay, now before we get back
Oh,
into the
you
hockey
got
talk, back to the baseball scores. Giants beat the Brewers 4-2. In 11, the Tampa Bay Rays beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 7-6. Nick Kurtz, the A's top prospect, got his first career hit and RBI as the West
hey, let's
Sacramento
go.
Athletics beat the Texas Rangers by a final score of 5-2. So congrats to Nick Kurtz. I actually watched him in Vegas. He is really legit and he is a very good prospect. Hopefully the A's don't trade him because that's what the A's do. They develop him and trade him.
JP, on one of my
what they're gonna do.
on one of my off days on the day game, we gonna go catch a day game. Fuck it.
They're cheap enough. Fuck.
They're losing. We'll find a cheap ticket, brother.
Well, I will say this.
I'll say this. I'll just say this. When I say, "Hey, brother, meet me at the ballpark."
Braves beat the Cardinals 4-1, and for those that were tripping on the Braves on the horrible start, the Braves are 10-14. Like I said,
I was not worried.
I know you wasn't, but I'm just saying for those that are worried about the Braves,
It's the
relax.
fucking Atlanta Braves, man. Yeah.
The Atlanta
Again.
Braves historically, like, come on, don't ever trip about the Brave. It's it's 162 games, people.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, that's
Don't even worry about it. Don't even fuck it. They're
Hey.
not even a quarter of the way through.
KB said, "Make sure you let him know too."
oh, by the way, brother, do you still want to be on the draft show today? If so, let me know. Well, both of you, KB and you, JP.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be the Talking Ish edition.
Well, someone has to
Of the
fill in for
show.
me because unfortunately, I probably will miss the whole entire first round because I don't get off work until
Well,
6.
Well, that's why you
somebody
haven't-
got to win in Chicago. She said.
Well, the Cubs did win. They beat the Dodgers, so thank you, Chicago Cubs.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Mets continue to play bet, folks. The New York Mets have the best record in baseball.
The Metropolitans.
The Metropolitans, yes.
Still early in the season, they'll figure out.
True.
I want to say just for
True.
a week. They'll have
But
it for a week.
But they just got done sweeping a homestand. They went 7-0 in their homestand. They beat the Phillies in 10-3.
And they beat the Phillies. Okay.
They beat the Phillies. Reds beat the Marlins 5-2.
Like JP said, it's early.
Yankees beat the Guardians 5-1.
I don't really start watching the MLB season until halfway through, when
Fair
things
enough.
really start to fucking matter.
In the
I pay
battle of
attention here and there, especially the Giants, but
Hey,
162
KB,
games is a lot
either
of games.
I'll reach out to you either through Messenger or hell, I might just get your number from Dub if Dub has it.
I unfortunately don't have KB's number.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. I'll definitely hit you through Messenger then, brother.
In the Battle of Maryland, the Walgreens beat the Orioles 4-3. Again, where's the lie? Mariners beat the Red Sox in Fenway 8-5. Cubs beat the Dodgers 7-6. Miss Jody's beloved Astros beat the Blue Jays 3-1. White Sox beat the Twins beat the White Sox 6-3. White Sox an abysmal 5-19. Pirates shut out the Angels 3-0.
What
just
happened to the White Sox? They used to be so good. What the fuck happened to that team? Jesus Christ.
Unfortunately, Jerry Reinsdorf is still the owner of the Chicago White Sox.
Good Lord.
Oh, wait, the former owner of the Bulls?
I think he still owns the Bulls too.
Oh, wow.
You
Okay.
can know basketball, but that don't mean you know baseball. Holy shit. They have been absolutely
Royals and
dominant.
Rockies were postponed.
Wasn't it last year that they have the record now for the worst team ever? record wise?
One of them, yeah. Oos!
Oh shit!
Ain't seen you in a while, my guy.
It's always good when Oos chimes in, man.
What's going on,
Hey,
Oos?
I did know I did hit Oos up when Jay and Jacob won, and I was like, it was a good day for the family.
Yes,
It was a damn good
indeed.
day for the family on night one.
Okay,
Jay
so Oos.
his motherfucking life. I loved that match.
Oos.
Exactly.
While you're
Exactly.
here, if you are the general manager, who is your beloved Buccaneers taking with the 19th pick in the draft? Who would you like for the Bucks to draft?
Oh, you hit Oos with the
somebody to replace Baker Mayfield. That son of a bitch.
no.
That's what they need.
Baker Mayfield is the guy.
Okay, you know what though, JP? I must give you credit and props because you actually were man enough to admit that you had to fall back on your words about Baker because he's been playing well. I commend you for that,
It's
sir.
good football.
That's hard for me to do.
Yes, it is.
I
Right?
know how hard that is for me to do.
I understand.
Hey, yo. I know how you feel when I gotta come on here and we gotta talk when we do our football shows, and your team, both of y'all teams are playing good, and I gotta come here and say good words. There's not enough liquor in my house that makes me feel better after speaking those words. So I know how you feel.
Unlike 2 seasons ago when he actually predicted our team would be in the Super Bowl, I'm like, how many times you had to wash him out that? And okay, here
I just polished off a bottle of
says
wine.
Baker Mayfield and Lamar Jackson both fumbled away their playoffs.
Well, the Baker Mayfield when they fumbled away the playoff.
Who says another edge rusher to apply pressure, which sounds very Tampa Bay like with their defense.
They need another offensive lineman too.
Yes, Miss Jody. If you look at the Washington Nationals W, it's the Walgreens logo. Again, tell me I'm wrong.
Go look it up. It's right there.
You put the curly W next to each other. It is the Walgreens logo. And she agrees.
Every time you do that,
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
No, that's why I'm over here dying. I
wonder if the owner of the Nationals is the same owner of Walgreens. I really wonder. Said, you know what? It's too much money to come up with a different logo. Fuck it.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny right there. I don't care who you are.
Hey, that needs to be another. See, hey, brother, you dropping slogans and T-shirt things on the show. That's another one. O-line is fine.
Just gotta mesh together, but wouldn't hurt to get another offensive lineman. Brandon, stop it. Stop it right now. Changing their brand to CVS.
Hey, we love the chat. The chat stay. Oh God, chat stay fire. That is a good one right there. Dub, did you hang a star on that baby?
Yes, I did.
There we go.
I almost didn't fall out of my chair because that was funny.
That was pretty good.
Oh, that was good. That was great. Well, actually, now, Oos, check this out. Actually, Daniel Jeremiah, who's him and Bucky Brooks, I actually pay attention to their mock drafts because they're actually pretty damn good. But actually, Daniel Jeremiah in his last mock draft, he has Mr. Matthew Golden going to Tampa Bay.
Ooh.
We talking the Texas wide receiver?
Yes, the Bevo special. Yes.
I know why y'all are laughing. I don't know if that's a good idea right now. Because some of the shit that he's going through is... I don't know if y'all want that headache.
Oh.
Right now.
Talking about a possible head case. Got it.
No, it's not head case. We're talking SA lawsuits, shit that you probably shouldn't be
Uh-oh.
getting on that fucking Shannon Sharp hype right now. Like it's not looking good. It's not looking good. And it sucks again because anybody who knows me, fucking the Bevo all day. But just because you wear the burnt orange doesn't mean that I'm gonna be rooting for you during some stupid shit. Now, more evidence needs to come out. That's fine. And I've always said either on our show or this show, it's all speculation. What we see, that's what we judge. If they come out, if he's guilty, if he's innocent, cool. But until then, I don't know if y'all want that headache right now at number 19. Y'all can maybe wait a little bit longer. With everything that's going on, Golden might drop to the third.
Ooh.
Even though he is definitely a first-round caliber receiver, with everything that's going on, he could be a third, fourth-round guy. She said, "Not Sharp." I mean, hey, I'm hearing some of the tapes, and I'm not that.
Well, to answer the question, KB, I might have to bust out the Crosby. I might have to break up the Crosby later on for the draft.
The OnlyFans, this motherfucker.
Hey, but did you hear the audio?
I did, and that's why
Do you think it's fabricated?
I don't know, man. So much shit, gets fabricated. Here's my thing. If somebody assaulted you, would you rather them be in jail? I mean, I know 50 million is nice, but me personally, bro, if somebody did that to me, I want that motherfucker in jail to rot for the rest of their fucking life. Fuck the money. If money
Can't
comes
walk the rest
from
of it.
it as
Can't walk
well,
around
like,
this earth.
I need a motherfucker to deserve to get time. Like that's the type of stuff. Like I'm just kind of, and then there's stuff coming out that she wants 50. He offered her 10 million to to keep her mouth shut and all that other shit. I mean, it doesn't look good. But again, I'm not gonna sit here and say, because so much shit has happened to high-ranking dudes and women. All these rumors, all these bullshit allegations and stuff like that come out. Some of it, I mean, shit. Look at Majors, fucking Kang.
Yes.
Kang the Conqueror got scrutinized, got fucking dropped from it. They had a whole thing lined up for him.
Yes.
And they dropped him before they knew everything that went on.
Phase 5 was going to be all about Kang.
And now they had to jump the gun all the way to basically the end with Dr. Doom.
Yeah, they had to bring back Robert Downey Jr. because all their bags was with Kang.
They couldn't wait.
Yeah.
People jump to conclusions. I don't want to be that guy. Now, from what I'm seeing, I can give an opinion. It don't look good at all. But, I'm kind of like Mad Sticks. What he said, I'm going to wait till all of the evidence, everything comes out.
I reserve judgment.
Yeah.
Until it's all.
Again, with all the
well, I don't judge pretty much anybody, but
give an opinion.
It's a strong word. Opinion. There we go. I reserve my opinion.
That opinion once shit, comes out more often.
Yeah.
But it's. But the whole, I mean, with Shannon Sharp, it's just. When you get audio and then everybody's resurfacing, especially that interview that he had with Monique, her telling him, you got to find yourself an old woman to love you old. Stop chasing these young bitches out there. It's going to get you into nothing but trouble. And it has really his whole career. This ain't the first time that Shannon Sharp has been
Nope.
accused of some shit. He lost his job at CBS at one point because of some shit like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's not, and fucking Shannon Sharp says himself, he's a certified freak himself. That came out of his mouth.
Well, he's promoting those what it starts with an R. Can't think of it.
Basically like a Blue Chew type of shit.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Zombie dick is what I like to call it.
I don't know what's worse, that or Kanye said what he said in his latest song.
We're going there. We have entered that realm now, huh?
There is nothing worse than Kanye right
now. We have really entered that realm. The cousin song, really?
I'm just letting you know that's your best friend. I didn't say nothing about Kanye.
No. All I said was which is worse. Doesn't mean does not necessarily mean we have to talk about Kanye because I'm
worse. I think the incestual.
Both of them are the same, if you ask me.
I think the incestual Nazi is a little bit worse than Shannon Sharp.
I think they're all bad in their own way. If he did what he did with that young lady, it's bad. Well, you know what? Honestly, wait a minute. Wait. I hate to play the devil's advocate. If the cousin is accepting, how was that bad? The young girl said it was no. That's bad. I mean, I know how we're looking at it in the spectrum of things, but if we're going there, there's a lot of that going on in this world right now.
You're not wrong.
And it's more acceptable than what Shannon Sharp is doing to another person.
And I don't know why that. And I really don't know why
just saying,
that is. I know what you're saying.
They're both wrong. But it's more acceptable what Kanye is talking about than what's going on with Sharp.
Well, I mean, Jerry Lee Lewis married his cousin.
Thank you very much, brother. That was very.
I mean,
had kids. Kids.
I mean,
wasn't kids, but hey.
I mean,
but that was more acceptable.
Hold on, let me make sure I get this right because we like to be facts on the show. Hold on.
I know we didn't went down the rabbit hole. We didn't
just know
because of Stephen A. because of Stephen A. Smith. That's how he got the job at ESPN because of Stephen A. Smith.
Yep.
Yeah.
But our show is just not about sports. We are a open forum type of program. We talk about anything. If anybody has followed us, our most viewed show is when I called my brother, not text, because normally if you know anything about me, I will text you. When that happened with the Roe versus Wade, I called my brothers like, bro, we got to talk about it. We have a platform. So
things you got to talk about.
Exactly.
Whether it's sports related or not, you just got to bring it up. You got to talk about it.
We have a platform
for some, but I mean,
nope.
Uncomfortable conversations need to happen in order for change to happen. That's just how it is.
Preach. Preach.
That's
that's
facts.
Hey, our brother's in deep. Look, he looking up some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he trying to find the right words to say. Yeah, I've been knowing him for decades, so I know that one.
The encyclopedia is trying to get factual. That's just
exactly.
Okay,
that's all it is.
Now we talked about how Jerry Lee Lewis met his own cousin. Now,
oof.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
Scylla. was only 14 years old when she first met Elvis. Now, granted, they did not get married until she was legal, because they officially got married in 1967. But they were together when.
I thought they got married when she was 16, which at that time was legal.
Well, they officially got married in 1967. But they've been together basically since 1960.
Her mom pimped her out, bro.
Well, Elvis was in the army. Elvis was in the army when they met, because they met in Germany because Priscilla obviously had
but
his dad in the
her
military.
mom wanted that rock star money. That's where that really came from. And that's really what it is when you got a lot of these underage girls, when you're talking about getting with all these music artists and shit like that.
Well, there's somebody right now.
Old. Like some people go, "Oh, where were the parents? The parents were pimping them off."
Well, there's somebody in jail right now that Dave Chappelle made a good skit about when he said, "Drip, drip, 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 drip." And then you know what I said when I watched all those documentaries when those parents were talking about their kids? I was like, where were you?
Yes.
You had to allow them, because it wasn't just that you had to sit there and be like, why is this grown-ass man trying to talk to my 16-year-old?
Yeah.
I have a daughter.
It's just bad parenting at that point.
Daddy, hell no, you can't. Why? I'm like,
you going where? You want to go what? Hell, no. I'm a big R. Kelly fan. Well, I'm not going with you to go celebrate this. And he's invited.
I don't give a fuck how much money they make. I'm shooting that motherfucker. What the hell are we talking about here?
Well, he's where he needs to be for that.
Pulling up to your high school.
Oh yeah, he's gonna make a.
He's been pulling up to. Oh hell no.
Make a song talking about when a woman's fed up. You gonna make a song about when I pissed a dad off. This dad beating my ass. Beating my ass. Oh, the hell. And you know what? As much as I had to do this, rest in peace, baby girl. But Aaliyah's parents, you had fault too.
100%. They let her go because that hush money was pretty good for them.
Brandon, damn it, stop it.
Right in the closet.
Damn it.
I'd be that dad to pull out my Beretta on that fucking that you outside your goddamn mind. I'm dating this guy. You're 16. How old is he? 30. The fuck? Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
No,
he's
and
a
no.
music star. He's a movie star. I don't give a fuck who he is. Was that a 12 gauge?
No.
Goddamn right it was a 12 gauge. And
No.
pointed at your ass.
No.
Shoot first, ask later.
I tell you what.
Me to jail.
No.
When you give me my sentencing, I'm gonna have a big ass shit-eating grin on my face.
Try to charge me, but I'm not guilty.
Sir, do you understand are you pleading guilty or not? I'm pleading guilty, Your Honor. You understand by pleading guilty you're going to give yourself 15 to 20? You goddamn right I understand. And I do it again. Twice over.
If that
Matter
means...
of fact, hold me in contempt, too, for extra time. Because this motherfucker doesn't want to see me out.
If that means my daughter is saved and protected, then so be it.
So be it.
I will put some money on his books.
There's people in this world, man, that I don't understand it. Kids. All right. Ooh, before we go deep down that rabbit hole. Because we just touched the
rabbit hole.
Y'all got my hair to stick up, man. Because I like I said, I got kids. It's just not girls either. It's kids. So I'm Tony Montana, man, not the kids. The women and children.
Say hello to my little friend.
Thank you, KB. Thank you.
There's something wrong with anyone that is 50 and messing with. I,
100%.
And people are gonna say, "Oh, age is not." Well, at least they're over 18. It's just nah.
It's called grooming, people.
There's something weird about somebody 20 years, 30 years older being with somebody that like that. It's still something weird about it. Like that type of shit is just. What was that one director or whatever? He had a fucking.
Woody Allen.
Yeah, Woody Allen. He fucking basically adopted this young girl, groomed her just to marry her when she got of age.
So I said grooming.
Like that type of shit. Like and nobody bats an eye. Nobody in fucking Hollywood is going, "Oh, there's something wrong with that." I mean, it is diabolical.
That's diabolical.
100%.
But when you
I mean, that's the thing, bro. Like when they say money is the root of all evil, like it really is, because it makes people do really stupid shit, really evil shit. Because that type of stuff, bro, like
shit that you think money can pay off the shit you just did. Like, no, motherfucker, that shit's gonna come to light.
And some people, and we talk about the parents and stuff like that, taking that hush money. You know, more money than they've seen in their entire life. Well, you're basically pimping out your underage daughter or son for a check. And if you don't see something wrong with that, I refer you to the Little Nicky movie where the devil's going to take a pineapple, flip it up sideways, and shove it right up your motherfucking ass. Like that like, there's a special place in hell for people like that.
100%.
Like that.
You fuck
with
kids. You fuck with kids, definitely.
Okay.
What you got, Dubsky?
No, I'm just saying about this whole difference between age. It's kind of like right now, this certain person who I do not like, that y'all like to make fun of me that I look like him, but his girlfriend is 40 years younger than he is.
Oh, okay, I'll ease up a little bit then, but I'm still gonna make fun of that shit. Damn it.
Well, which one? Wait, which one are we comparing you to at this point?
Lionel Richie.
Stuck on you.
It's easy like Sunday morning. Oh, now I get the song.
But
it's a family joke when it comes to Lionel Richie.
I had heard, was it lead singer from the Red Hot Chili Peppers put in his book that he said that he used to fuck with girls that were underage.
Anthony Kiedis, really?
Yes, he's
dating
a 19-year-old right now.
Yeah. Leonardo DiCaprio is doing it right in front of our face right now.
Leonardo DiCaprio's been doing that shit forever. When they get past 23, it's over for them.
Yep. He needs 23 and lower. No, 22 or lower. It's ridiculous.
Like, when you look at it, and think about this for a quick second. Y'all remember the movie Dazed and Confused?
Yeah.
Well, Matthew McConaughey, and Matthew McConaughey.
He's one of my greatest. He's one of my top 5 actors.
In that movie, and you know this was a writer, whoever said, you know the thing about 18-year-old high schoolers? Oh, the age always stays the same. It's like, wait a minute, what? We're not looking at this going like, that's fucked up. Whoever wrote that. Like all these directors and producers and like what was it? Jody saying right here, the pageant kicks, like the
parents in the pageants. What's her name?
JonBenet Ramsey.
JonBenet Ramsey. Good God, her own parents.
If
is that much jealousy of your daughter? You did this though.
if you have
that
ever
jealous of your
seen
daughter?
these shows where these parents who have their daughters in these in the beauty pageants, whoa, these are a special type of evil people.
Yeah, the hoodie. Yes, the hoodie.
Bill Be-
Dating a 24-year-old.
and he's what, 70?
72.
72 with a 24-year-old.
Yeah.
She
Well,
makes me feel young. Motherfucker. For real? First of all, she's with you for your check.
Oh, yeah.
there you go. There
That's
you go.
when Mark Davis came out talking about his girlfriend, saying, "Oh, she liked me because of my smile." You Cabbage Patch looking motherfucker. There ain't nothing about you that screams anything attractive, other than your
I'm not
goddamn
gonna even say
checkbook.
anything. I'm not gonna say anything
Other than
because
your motherfucking checkbook, there is nothing.
that's
about
my owner.
you that screams
That's that.
fucking attractive.
His
That's to say, like
granddaughter.
you're dating girls that are young enough to be your granddaughter. Some of these motherfuckers, your great granddaughter.
Hey, Brandon been coming in with the fire.
Making Brady jump his motherfucker.
Dylan.
Let's say it again.
Hot fire.
Brady's relationships have been all fucked up since the goddamn beginning. Leaving his pregnant wife, cheating on her with fucking Giselle and everything, and then leaving. There's a whole bunch of shit with a bunch of players and a bunch of people.
Well, I think Giselle left him for the karate instructor.
Yeah, we see how that went. She tried to get
Didn't she
half
have a
the
baby
Tom's
by
shit,
him?
but it's all in his mom's name, so she fucked up on that one.
Yeah, buddy. Hey. Tom Brady is a smooth motherfucker for that one, boy.
Yeah, I'll give him
Hey,
smooth for that.
hey, but I tell you this: if you know anything about music, the big timers told you about that. Got everything in my mama name.
And like Manny first said, with your baby mama plays where you can find me.
Well,
hard to trust anyone with kids.
Hey, Brandon.
You're gonna have you have to dedicate
Living room.
Leave Michael Jackson alone.
Michael was found not guilty.
I am not going to sit here and leave.
A lot of the kids or whatever that were set up for that shit. That was all the parents going for a cash grab. That shit.
They wanted Michael.
They wanted Michael's money, and on top of that, Hollywood was going after his ass because he was buying all the. This motherfucker bought the Beatles.
Yep.
You kidding me? Michael Jackson was the most fucking.
Excuse me. And also bought Eminem's catalog as well, too.
That's what I'm saying. Michael Jackson was the most dangerous man in all of music.
Yep.
They figured if they couldn't get him put in jail, they were going to kill his ass. And that's exactly
Him and Prince. You
know, so Michael Jackson, like that, I mean, was he a
That's
little weird?
on Joe,
Absolutely.
living room. That's on Joe.
Exactly. He never had a childhood. That motherfucker was famous since he was 6 years old. Getting his ass whooped. Dance.
So think about when you got the money he was making as an adult. I can kind of feel how he wanted to be a fucking kid. I got all this money to do what I wanted to do as a thank you. Neverland was something that he should have had in his damn.
But don't get it twisted.
Teens.
But don't get it twisted.
Michael's still hood.
Mike is an honorary Crip. Don't forget that.
Up Tupac. Let's not forget this.
That too.
Tell him.
Michael Jackson will give you the moonwalk, the golden or the diamond glove, and
them kicks wasn't just for show.
Living room. Living room. Kieran and Macaulay and Emmanuel Lewis all said,
nothing
happened.
Nothing.
I said Michael Jackson
and Macaulay Culkin is still tell you to this day. I think he had about 4 or 5
brothers, and he was the second
4 or
youngest.
5. He was the baby.
No, Randy's the baby.
Okay, so he was the second to last.
One above the young. You think Michael Jackson doesn't know how to fight?
Gary, Indiana is ghetto as fuck.
Tripping if you didn't think Michael Jackson knew. Don't let the he fool you.
I'm trying to tell you, under that complexion he had, that was still, hey.
Who's bad was a goddamn real statement.
Just don't talk about.
Hey,
Just don't talk about Quincy Dotter's John around Michael Jackson. He'll mess you up.
Sheesh. Don't fuck around with Michael Jackson's family. He will beat your ass. That's what I'm saying. Like, Michael Jackson was the most dangerous man in music. They were really trying to get rid of him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Same way they got rid of Sam Cooke.
Yep.
Hey, the moment that he started talking about Who's Bad, Thriller, and talking about Heal the World and all other stuff like that, oh, we got a problem on our hand.
Because they knew Michael Jackson's words carried some weight.
Just like another artist by the name of Tupac Amaru Shakur. I ain't got to say nothing else.
Tupac had to learn the hard way, but yeah.
Bro, if Tupac would have said, everybody do one thing, I promise you, this country would have been.
Robert Kraft is that's a dirty ass human being that just needs to just go away.
Living room. We're not saying that Michael didn't have weird quirks. We knew that.
Yeah, walking around with a monkey. You goddamn right. He can beat your ass, and the monkey can beat your ass. Bubbles will.
Because guess what? Because guess what? I got money. This is my money. My dad is not controlling me. This is what I'm doing on my own. Michael was just living out his.
He was a smooth criminal. He was robbing the music industry legally.
Yes. Yes.
And that's another slogan that's on the Mizzle and Jaffo's TVmerch.com Shopify.
Robbing them legally. Again, Hollywood was going to do everything that they possibly could.
I'll tell you like this: if he was still alive, he would have not sold his Sony account like his estate did, because Michael fought to make sure.
And guess how much? And Prince had how much as well? Prince had the estate too.
You're tripping. You're tripping, living room.
I'm sorry.
What?
I don't grab my.
I just say this: if his music grew me to be a person that listens to good music, hey, I'll take it. Because Mike went on for decades. You got to think how
at this point,
5 or 6 years old.
Public opinion.
That's decades of music.
Here's the thing about opinion. Opinion isn't always based on fact. Opinion is just how you feel in the moment. Us, we're telling you what happened, how it happened, because again, like Dub said, if we're going to talk about some shit, we want to at least be factual in the statements that we were talking about. All the kids who had any sort of allegations against him came back later and said, we were put up to it by our fucking parents. It shouldn't have happened. The music industry was after Michael Jackson because he got too powerful. And yes, the man was an absolute musical fucking genius. There was nobody better than Michael Jackson.
Hey, most of his music is in my playlist.
Yep. You know, so
shit ton of Michael Jackson songs.
Michael Jackson was a whole nother threat to Hollywood that people don't understand. When he did the This Is It tour, he was about to expose some shit. That's why they killed him before he can get it done.
Matola.
Living room, playing with kids. I think I've seen a lot of Michael Jackson spending time in hospitals with kids.
Like Princess Diana. Along with Princess Diana.
I'll just say that, I don't know, man. That's...
Look, here's the thing. If you're going to go, he spent a lot of time with kids. Okay, then Russell Wilson is a pedophile.
Well, most of the NFL players are then.
Because of all the work that they do with kids.
John Cena
is a pedophile because of all the shit that he's worked with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. With that logic. Just because you work with kids and you want to be able to make especially kids that don't have shit, and you want to be able to make them, if you can be able to have a kid that has never had fun in their life because they had an abusive household, they didn't have any money, grew up in the same fucking bed with 8 different siblings, whatever the fuck it may be, if you can give that one kid some sort of hope and happiness for one day, that's good enough. If you can give that kid some sort of hope that shit can get better on the other side.
We ain't
Jesus,
drinking that.
this motherfucker-
We ain't drinking that.
this
Ain't nobody
motherfucker-
drinking that.
He's trolling at this point. Living room is trolling at this point.
Yeah, he's giving us the Mr. Tinder right now.
But
No, but I'll just say this: just
there-
if we're gonna
there's
talk
a
on Michael Jackson, man, Michael Jackson was.
There's
I'll
a
tell you
difference
what.
between groomers and people who they try to absolutely, like, the defamation of character. And Hollywood does that shit to people that they know they can't control.
Shamo.
Once they figure out, fuck, we can't do anything to control them, they're either going to try and put you in jail, or they're going
You gotta
to kill
go.
you.
Gotta go.
Well, again, like in the '60s with Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke owned his own publishing, and as the great late Dick Clark said, and yes, I'm talking about the Dick Clark on American Bandstand and New Year's Rockin' Eve. That
Yes.
Dick Clark. Dick Clark said
Grew
that
up
Sam
watching
Cooke was
that
gonna,
man too.
Dick Clark said Sam Cooke was about to be Barry Gordy before Barry Gordy became Barry Gordy.
Ooh.
Because again, when Sam Cooke, Jim Brown, and one person by the name of Muhammad Ali
And Malcolm X.
and Malcolm X, when those 4 men got together in Miami, Florida in 1964,
Great movie, by the way, on Amazon.
J. Edgar Hoover shit himself.
He didn't know what to
Yes,
do.
he did.
He didn't know what to do.
That's 4 powerful,
Influential, just absolute, because you knew the community, and really not even just the black community.
Mhm.
Everybody looked at those 4 and went, yep.
Okay.
No, we
And
gotta
Sam,
we got to listen to this.
yeah. And they really shitted on Sam because Sam was already in white America households with his music.
Yes, he was.
That too.
That
That too.
baby.
Ooh.
Exactly.
And not to
Ooh.
and not to mention,
Mm.
it's who you make your managers. And a lot of people have said, now there's a documentary on Netflix called The 2 Killings of Sam Cooke, which is a very, very great documentary. I highly recommend.
Okay, I need to check that out. I didn't know about that. Thank you.
Cook?
The 2
No,
Killings
I
of
didn't know
Sam
about that.
Cooke on
I'll have to
Netflix.
remember that one.
Highly
I love
recommend.
documentaries. I gotta check that shit out.
I do
But-
too. I really do.
Alan Klein, who even screwed the Rolling Stones out of some money, I think also screwed Sam Cooke out of money. Because here's the thing. Okay. Sam Cooke was a very handsome man, a very handsome black man. Sam Cooke did not need to persuade any woman to want to make love to him, especially with the way he sung. Okay, and I know some people want to call James Brown the Godfather of soul, and you can debate that, but Sam Cooke was soul before James Brown became soul.
I'm not going to argue you.
You got to speak facts when facts are needed to be spoken.
Okay, yeah, James
So
Brown.
I'm gonna-
Yes, James Brown can dance and all that.
Yeah.
But Sam was one of the originators that brought gospel into rhythm and blues
Well,
100%.
from his days with the Soul Stirrers.
It said,
Okay,
Brandon over here, and then they make the money off the documentary of you dying. Yep.
Yeah.
That's how Hollywood
Okay.
works.
So a lot of times it's management people that you kind of trust and whatnot. They're the ones also a lot of times that can get you screwed. I mean, hell,
well,
look at
because
look,
excuse me.
look at Jerry Heller with NWA.
Oh
Well, what I'm gonna
No.
say is, guess who's gonna
Alright,
hit?
fuck
Guess who they're gonna hit first?
KB read my mind. See, I mentioned Jerry Heller.
Great
Boom,
minds.
there it is.
Because guess who they're gonna hit first? They're gonna reach out to the manager because they're gonna put the pressure on him, and then it's gonna trickle down. Like, because now he has to convince you to do this, and it's a revolve. There it is. They know puppets. That's why it's not as much as I know we want to get famous, but I don't know if we want that.
That's
But
why Prince.
Here's the thing: there's two different types of famous, though, Mizzle. There's sell your soul famous,
Which I don't want.
and there's did it the right way famous.
Which we're doing.
And people who do it the right way, they're scared of the most. And I'm one of those that if, for whatever reason, things start to blow up, we become famous, people start to recognize us, whatever. I know in my head, I got this without having to step over or step on anybody. I didn't have to screw anybody over to get this. I didn't have to fuck anybody over. I didn't have to do bad shit. I didn't have to humiliate myself. I didn't have to do any of that shit in order to get what I earned. Now, if they come after me, I'm ready and waiting. I'm all right with that. If they come after me, hey, I know me. I'm all right with me. Whatever they got, I'm ready to defend myself with it. Whether that be with something, physically, emotionally, or mentally. I'm ready for it. If all this stuff blows up, if people want to come, they're going to come after you. They're going to let them come. Why? Because the truth always wins. Always. And I'll be the first to tell them, hey, if I end up dead, y'all know why. Y'all know exactly why if I ended up dead because of these motherfuckers.
Truth was spoken.
They couldn't handle the truth that I was giving them. That's why.
Now we go. Now you can't handle the truth.
Exactly. The truth to some people. Hey. Be prepared.
Oh.
I know he's in jail, so I'm good on that one.
Still believe. Yeah, him and Diddy are doing concerts right now.
At the end of the day, I know my relationship with God is good. And he's got my back.
Well,
whatever happens to me, I know where I'm going.
Well, as it says in the Bible, what is in the darkness will come to the light.
Goddamn right.
100%. I believe in that. I mean, I believe pretty much anything that comes out the Bible, but that right there was done in the dark that would eventually come to the light is a factual statement.
Because again,
people are always scared of the people with light in their soul shining. You're damn right.
Because again,
if you have power when you can scare the devil. When I wake up every goddamn morning, I want the devil to go, fuck, he's up. He's awake. God damn it. God woke him up again today.
Because when you go through trials and tribulations and the devil starts messing with you, it's because he knows something good is about to happen. And you're just like, okay, Satan, what is it that you're hiding? What is it that what's coming to me that you are so scared of? Because you messing with me right now. So it's obviously something big that the Lord is about to bless me with. What is it? Because you was just prying on me like it's coming rather sooner than later, because apparently you know it's coming, and it's just biting at you.
Yep.
Which is also saying
God always puts his toughest soldiers through the toughest tests.
And because, again, I am not going to sell my soul to gain the whole world.
Hell
because I'm just not.
Don't need it.
Be-
I got
because
my family. I'm good.
because there are some grandparents I plan on seeing again.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Damn right.
So
Yep.
so
I got two. I got two that I've seen with my eyes, and there's two I haven't. So I'm trying to see the two I haven't.
okay.
It all comes down to, especially like with my grandmother. She passed away when I was like 3-4 years old. But all the stories that I heard, that woman was a saint. Not a bad bone in her body. Yeah, from what I remember of her, that's exactly what it was. With my family and everything else like that, obviously nothing's perfect. But when my family talks about me to other people, I want them to be able to go, yeah, no, he's a good dude. He's going to help you when he can. He's going to be able to, that's a guy that you can rely on. That's somebody that and again, I had a conversation with me and Mizzle when we went to Raw. Full on conversation. I don't give a shit if about having a shit ton of friends. I'm cool with a circle of friends. I'm cool with a small circle of family that when I fuck up, they can correct me when I fuck up.
Yep.
And vice versa.
Yep.
When I can be able to have a family, and I consider y'all family,
Bless
when
your
I can
heart.
be able to have everybody in that circle be able to look and go, when I got people coming to my funeral going, you know what? Hey, when he was here, he did what he could. He did what he could for people or whatever, for his family, for the people who meant the most to him or whatever. That's what I want to leave. Now, if that means like I'm not famous, anything else like that, I don't give a fuck about fame. Most of the shit that I do, like especially with this, with y'all's show, with our show on Joppo's TV, most of that's for fun.
100.
Because a lot of the shit that we do, I never thought that I'd be able to do.
Hey, this is a hobby for me, and I love it. I got connections.
Fun shit that we get to do. We get to hang out with the guys at the A7FL. We get to talk sports. We get to meet, we get to meet coaches and players and people. That if we get a bigger name and more followers, that's just a plus. That's just extra. We don't, or at least I don't do this for, oh man, we need 1 million followers or else we're not good. Because if that was the case, I would have quit a long ass time ago.
Hell, if we don't get any more subscribers than what we got tonight or today, I'm good. I get to sit here and talk wrestling.
Because all of it was done organically.
Yes.
That's the thing. We all of the followers, all of the subscribers, everything, that's all done organically. We don't go buy followers. Fuck that shit. I'm not going to buy bots. I'm not going to, buy random people to show. I've had people, especially on LinkedIn, we've got ways to be able to boost your profile. I'm not in the business of buying followers. I'm just letting you know that right now. No response after that anymore. Not today, Satan. Not today. It ain't gonna happen today.
I like what we're building.
I would rather people come and add and subscribe and follow and all that other kind of stuff because they care and they agree and everything's cool and they think I'm a good person rather than like all of these influencers and all that shit. Oh, you have to have a good amount of haters. I mean, obviously you're going to have haters, but I know how to deal with that. I know how to deal with trolls. I know how to deal with haters. That's easier than me. That's nothing to me. It's being able to connect with everybody else who comes in and goes, hey, yeah, we're talking sports going, oh, hey, JP, yeah, you have a good take in this. I don't agree with you, Dave, JP, but we got to go this way. We got to go. Hey, that's fine. If we can have a conversation, if we can connect that way, I'm cool with that. I'm good with that. Being to connect with people on a different level is what I'm here for. What I like to do. So anything outside of that, it's just noise. I don't give a fuck about any of that. What we do here, the family that we've built here. And by the way, you can go to JoffosTV.com and MizzleandDubShow.com. You can get the family shirt, collaboration shirt that's on there.
My next purchase for when we do the next collaboration.
The family that we've built, I can look at and go, you know what? If it all ended today, I'm good with what we got. Because even outside of this, I know I can rely on you on anything else. On Mizzle, on Dub, Mad Sticks, EJ. K's not with us, but I know I can still give him a call from time to time and be like, hey, everything good? Cool. All right, good. Check in, everything else like that. Derek Duncan, people in the A7FL. Again, the family that we built is built on trust. That's all organic. We didn't have to buy that shit.
Nope.
People who come onto our show, people who come on the Mizzle and Dub show, the athletes, the coaches, we don't pay any of them.
The East Coast family.
The East Coast, we don't pay any of them. They come on our show because they love to come on our show. They love to be able to be themselves without having to worry about the gotcha questions, without having to worry about the clickbait bullshit. Because we've always made it to where be yourself, be comfortable, whatever you say, go ahead. We have respect for anybody. So it's, again, KB, what you're saying right there. Another brother to the roster, I fuck with you. Hey, I try to be a solid guy. And again, I'm passionate about a lot of shit. We talk about passion on this show. We talk about passion on Joffos TV. There's passion.
We have T-shirts.
I try to, exactly. I try to help people bring out their passion. And again, I'm not going to agree with everybody. That's why some people, when they call me a bad guy, it's not a bad guy in the sense of I'm an asshole of a person. It's more of a bad guy because I tell you the truth, and if you don't like it, hey, tough shit. I would much rather tell you the truth, you get in your feelings about it, but then afterwards we're cool, that's fine, than to lie to somebody to just make them feel better. Because that's not how life works.
Mm-hmm.
I would much rather Mizzle and Dub, if I'm fucking up, I would much rather have them tell me, JP, nah, bro, that's not the way to go. Don't do that. That's fucked up. I would much rather them tell me the truth. I may be mad about it or whatever in the moment, but I have enough self-awareness to where I can be able to take that and go, all right, you know what? I may not have liked it in the moment, but they're fucking right.
Well, as I've always said, if you're in a crowd of 10 people and you ask a question and 9 be like, yeah, and then that one says no, you go to that one that says no and you go listen to that and you talk to them about it. It's like
I don't like being surrounded by yes men.
Forsake the 99, go after the one. What do you see?
What
do you see?
Surround yourself with like-minded individuals.
I don't need that.
To a certain extent,
yes.
That's for me. When I hear surround yourself with like-minded individuals, is like-minded in the sense of like I just said, if I fuck up, you can tell me. If you fuck up, I can tell you, and we can be able to work with that. That's what I mean by like-minded. The family is
I see that point.
The family is always going to have disagreements.
Absolutely.
But the thing about family is, no matter what, no matter what type of disagreement or whatever, at the end of the day, we still got each other's back.
I'll say this. Do you think that me and this man up here has not had differences through our decades of knowing each other?
Of course.
Come on, that's what built this here. That's why we're still here. Hell, I've been an asshole to him. I can say this. It's probably been more me than it's been him. And he's still stuck by me. And, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, I'm not one of the greatest assholes in the world. But I am a difficult person. I'll tell people, I'll put it out there right now. I am a very difficult person to be around, because I just don't put my trust into anybody. You literally have to earn it. And that man has put in their work.
As long as I've known you, it ain't that difficult, bro. For some people, it could be.
Well,
I'm saying I'm a lot easier now, but I'm just saying what he went through.
If you would have known him back in the day,
I'm easier now.
I was not. Like I said, when I prayed on his behalf, I prayed on his. Like I said, and I've said this many times on this show. This man has come a long way from when I first met him on September the 2nd, 1997, to where he is now.
That's why they call it growing pains.
I was a very, very difficult person.
You're going to make dumb decisions that are going to hurt people around you. Trust me, I know.
I'll tell a funny story real quick. So there was a time to where Mizzle was working at this place called Paradise Valley Estates, and he basically worked 2 shifts. He would do the morning shift, come home, take a nap, and then go close. And he had worked like...
Oh, you're talking about my first part of my life. Oh, yes. I know you're going. All right. Yeah.
So he had worked consecutive days, finally gets a day off. He's like, I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. Okay. Now, this was back in our clubbing prime. All right. So we're all getting together, trying to go...
Like, I don't want people to know this, but fuck it.
To the Grand Davis. So... Now, we really had a real big inner circle clubbing circle back in the day. So, people are calling him. Mizzle's not giving him the time of day. He's like, I'm going to bed. Fuck you. I'm tired.
Yeah.
But he only made the exception for one person. I called him. I said, bruh, I know you're tired. And I get it, and I understand it. If you don't want to come out, I get it. But, bro, I really love you, come out. And he was like, if I did not love your ass, I wouldn't be doing this.
Now, by the way, they were 10 minutes away from my house.
Yeah. Like, we were already driving to his house.
Everybody knew. Anyway. Because everybody knew they put the equalizer on. They put...
Man, it sure did.
That's where we were. KP, that's where we're going.
It sure in the hell did. And
they put the fix on me when they said, all right, I'm not gonna lie, I was a kind of a person that got the party to kind of go to the next level. But when he called me, I'm like, ah. But that night, I met my kid's mom. So it was kind of
it all worked out.
It worked out.
Bro, who didn't? I mean,
that's the thing, though. When you can be able to develop relationships, the best relationships are the ones that you can develop through hard times. Like when hard
Hell.
times, when shit goes south, you really know who's behind you. You
The
really know who your really good friends are when shit goes south.
you know this story. How am I best friends with the boot knife?
Oh boy. Okay, let's just say
I gotta
this.
hear this one.
If we have to make a couple of calls, there's definitely two people we can call because these two mofos, their mentality is to shoot or stab first and ask questions later.
It's
But
like
damn it,
Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner scene is like, I
but
can't
damn
tell
it,
where we're going, but we're
but
gonna
damn
hurt
it, when it comes to booth night, it is stab first, shoot second, bury them in the dirt, and then let's go get something to eat.
This crazy
and then while
motherfucker
we're
that
eating,
he's
I'll ask
talking.
you what happened.
This crazy motherfucker he's talking about is. So mind you, he's a 10th grader. I'm a freshman. I don't know how my name got to him, whatever in the third, but somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, this dude named Tony Irizarry want to fight you." What? All right. Now, mind you, I'm like, ain't nobody gonna just say that. I'm not gonna go to the area and this dude, I ain't gonna show up like, oh, this kid's this, that, third. So he got the same thing. I don't know how it happened. High school shit. So I go to the parking lot. I'm there. I ain't got no backup. I don't know what he got. He shows up. Your name Raymond? Yep. Your name Tony? Yep. This motherfucker looked at me and said, it's a Wednesday. Do you want to go to McDonald's get cheap cheeseburgers? Fuck yeah, let's go. Fuck. He's been my matter of fact, he's my son's godfather. Just by some stupid ass rumor that somebody just put our names in something. And me being who I am, I'm not gonna just not go show up to see who this dude is. I don't give a damn. Who are you? And he literally looked at me and said, let's go to McDonald's. And I'm like, bro, I got $5 right now. And we went and had fucking cheap cheeseburgers. And his whole family is my shit. My life. I love his mom and dad. They can call me right now like, Raymond, can you help us? Yes. I'm coming to wherever you need to be do right now.
God bless, God bless Ricardo and Bernice Irizarry.
It's a beautiful thing though, because it's like when you
Man, man,
food will bring you goddamn right.
bruh.
And you know what? I've always said food and weed will always bring people together.
Winning. No argument for me. None.
Most of my good friends, we became good friends over a session. I'm just saying. Because over a session, your mind opens up and we start talking and we start, stories get told. You get to know everybody. And it's one of those peace pipe rules. You just go around, talk, let everything know. But when I try to tell people, because who I was back then is not who I am now.
Yep.
Who I
he
was.
just said I'm a whole different person.
If I was a dickhead to you in high school, first of all, I truly apologize for being a dickhead to you in high school.
Honestly, I don't. I still got a brother out of it.
I look at it in a way of like if I was a dickhead in a sense of like a dickhead where it didn't.
That means I loved you.
Like if you didn't deserve me to be an asshole to you,
you didn't.
I can take accountability for that. I apologize. It is what it is. But now, if you, I've grown up enough to where if you are still holding a grudge on me for what I may have done back then,
you're the one withholding your blessing by holding on that grudge.
I can't help you there. If you don't want to give me the chance to get to know me or whatever, to actually know the real me, then I don't know how to help you. And you know what? That's fine with me because again, I'm cool with my circle. I'm cool with my family. And when I say family, and I told Mizzle this, I don't just mean blood related. Family doesn't mean just blood for me because I have blood related family that I don't fucking talk to.
I was saying I have a ton of that. I got
So, blood
No,
to
my
me is
bloodline is
people
pretty long.
family to me is people that I can look at and I know when my life is on the line, I can be able to call them and I know they would be there no problem.
Hootie hoo.
Whether that's blood related or not blood related, it does not matter.
Dub,
like
what does
my-
my mother say?
My little brother.
What does
Gustavo.
Madre say, Dub? What does Madre say?
Oh, she would tell people, do not let my son have to call California.
I'm on the first thing smoking. Y'all better
I got
understand.
my little brother Gustavo. Now, is he my actual blood brother? No. But I've known him since him and my brother, my biological brother, were in the second grade together. Coming over to the house, he's lived with us, gone through some shit.
Seen some
Introduce
shit.
him as our younger brother. We introduce him as our cousin to some people. That's family. You know, other people, when I introduce them, this is either my brother, this is my cousin, whoever it is. You know, I got, again, a handful of people, small circle of people, that if I introduce them to anybody else, hey, this is my brother. This is my cousin. You sure that's your cousin? Not by blood, but, you know.
I don't even have to explain that.
That's
If I say that you are my brother or a cousin, because a cousin is a strong. You can call anybody brother. But if I'm calling you my cousin,
it's almost like that scene in Remember the Titans. That's my brother. Can't you see the resemblance?
Well, there's something.
It's like that.
There's something I just posted where it said they say that blood is always thick in the water, but there have been times where water was there more times than blood. Because yeah, you can have blood family, but the water is the one that will accept you for who you are and be with you through the good times and bad. Because yeah, you could be, yeah, like I said, yeah. I mean, we all bleed the same red, but blood is always not necessarily mean family. Because like I said, there's a whole other family that I don't know about.
well, I'll say this without getting into detail. That man has been there through my darkest hour, and I have definitely been there for his darkest hour. And that man can call me for anything that he needs. If I can do it, I'm doing it for him.
Yeah.
And I had a dark hour that man helped me out of. I'll tell you that a few times.
Through your darkest hour, you will find out who your family really is.
He's been there.
All the basically said is, dude, chill. Pretty much, but because I mean,
it was simple, but it was more of like he got me through it.
You got people you can rely on. You got people you can, you know, if you need a shoulder to cry on, you got them there. And there's a lot of people out there that kind of go through, oh, well, my family, and when they look at family, they look at it as blood. Oh, my family's not here for me. I don't have, you know, family's not. Well, you got friends? Well, yeah. Well, will these quote unquote friends, when you were going through something, have they been able to go in there and help you? Whether it's emotionally, financially, or whatever it may have been? Well, yeah. Since for a long time they've been able to help you? Yeah. Well, that's family. You got family. You're not alone. That's the whole thing, because people go through a lot of shit. And a lot of people, especially if they're going through a lot of big shit, they're looking for acceptance. They're looking for somebody who can help them during that time, but they're not looking in the right places, even though they have those outlets. There. They look at family in a different way than, say, the three of us would look at family. So it's like I try to tell those people, if you have friends that you think are friends that would, or best friends or whatever, start looking at them, instead of looking at them as a friend. Think about it. If they've helped you through your darkest times, like Mizzle and Dub have, like me and Gustavo, me and my brother, me and my brother Adam. When every one of my quote unquote best friends, my brothers, my cousins or whatever, my mom, same thing, KB. My mom's got extended sons. She doesn't have just me and my biological brother, her only two that she gave birth to. She's got about 6.
Same with mine. Same with mine.
And when they come over and they see her, it's not Mrs. Brunetta. It's Mom. Hey, Mom, how's it going?
Same thing when I see Terry Jean and David Ray. It's Mom and Dad. It's not Mr. or Mrs.
That's just how it is.
Nah. Hey, when you walk in my house and my mom walk up with her arms out, you come in, my mom got one of the best. Hey, people will literally come on this show and tell you that my mom got one of the best hugs. She got a plethora of sons.
That's Mom, that's Pops, that's what it is.
Just do not mess up when you walk to 2785 and don't say hi to the old man. Because I have told the story many a times.
Say it again for those that don't understand.
When you walk in that house at 2785 in the flats, after you shake the man's hand, within the first 5 minutes, if David Ray don't talk shit to you, run and get the fuck out as fast as you can.
Yep. That's my dad way of showing you, like, you good. It's, some people have a way of saying, like, oh, I'm glad you're here, yada yada yada. No, my dad talks shit, and if he talking shit to you, you're good. If he pulling me to the side and be like,
same way.
What's wrong with this guy?
Way.
Nah,
and please say hi.
My mom would tell my brothers, cousins, and everything, hey, when you come into this house, you call me Mom, call me whatever you want, but you're still gonna abide by the motherfucking rules.
Just acknowledge me. My dad was the original tribal chief. I tell you that right now. That man, if he walked, like I said, I'll have like if it's a boxing event and I got everybody, because I've been the same way in my parents' house. If it's a good event, I'll be like, can I have a party? They like, cool, yeah, yep. But if my dad walk in that garage, and if don't nobody say what's up, I'd be like, what's up, Pops, or Mr. Mason, yada, yada, yada. He will point out that one person that did not say what's up to him or acknowledge him. He'll be like, Raymond, come in the house. Am I lined up?
Nope.
Hey, who that motherfucker over here that didn't say what's up to me? He in my house.
Yep.
Then I gotta come outside and be like, hey, bro, this ain't my, you know what I'm saying? This, not gotta go. That's one warning. But it's a person that came over there and done it twice. And then I had to tell him, like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? This like your last time, because this ain't my shit. When you see everybody else, what's up, Pops? How you doing, Mr. Mason?
Yep. That's how my parents were the same way. Like, what they raised me in the fact that you're walking into somebody else's house.
KB, if that ain't the God honest truth, from Franklin Junior High to Fairfield High. If that is not the truth about Mrs. Brooks,
That's a
what
pack.
I'm saying. Like,
That's a pack.
there are certain people in your life that it doesn't have to be blood for them to understand. Like, my parents were the same way. Like, my dad and quote unquote stepdad, but that's
If he's in your life, it was a positive. Yep.
That's my dad. That's
Yep.
my father.
Yep.
If he's not talking shit, if he's not having some fun with you, a little bit of jokes or whatever, trust me. If you're not getting that from him, he don't like you.
Yep.
well, like I
Probably
said,
doesn't
like
want you here. If my dad is polite to you, you're probably not going to be here very long.
I've seen that movie.
If my
'Cause,
dad
like-
ain't
like-
talking shit,
oh yeah, like if I don't get no, what's wrong with your football team, son? If I don't get that from David Ray, I'm like, Pops, what's wrong with you? Like if I don't get no, every first week of the NFL season, I always get a fuck the Niners text from him. And when I get that, I'm like, okay, my season can go on now because I got my message from Pop. I'm good to go.
But wait,
got me.
I
Good.
text him and ask, wait, this is how it's yearly. I text him. I don't even text Pops to be like, I say, hey bro, did you get your text? He be like, yep. I'm like, football season is on. He's like, fucking right.
Good.
We're good. Football season is here.
My mom is especially raised me to where the point where you go into somebody's house, you have to acknowledge them. You don't just walk into somebody's house and not say hi or in it. You got to be able to. That communication has to be there. Because
That's
again,
where it starts.
you're in somebody else's house.
Yep.
You need to respect whatever rules they have, whatever you go by their rules. Whatever you learned here, that's fine. But when you're in somebody else's house, I'll be damned if I get a call from them saying that your son was disrespectful in my house. Because I will whoop your fucking ass if I ever hear that. I will beat your fucking ass if you ever come home and they go, yeah, your son was disrespectful in this house.
Look, I got a question to ask to both of you guys. Do you think my boys will do that?
No.
I've met your boys, Mizzle. Your boys have all the respect in the Will and Drake, but man.
No, but see
and I've told you, you're doing it right. You're doing it right.
Because here's the thing. It's really not about Mizzle you got to worry about. It's the damn uncles and the mom that'll probably get to them first.
We'll let them know before Mizzle even asks.
No, that's the thing. It was like, okay. Like if like when Nia was younger, if something happened to Nia, like me and Rel was ones that beat Mizzle and got to her friend like, what's wrong? What's going on? What's wrong, niece?
Every time I see Dre, it's kind of the same thing. I look at Dre and say, what's up, JP? All right, we're good. I know we're good.
Good Lord, but when DeAndre was born, that's like when shit got knighted. Ain't nobody fucking with that little
DeAndre,
nigga.
again, Mizzle, I've told you before, I've given you credit. With Will and DeAndre, fucking great, respectful kids. They know when and like they gotta. Again, I don't think I've gone to your house one time where Dre isn't in a row. I don't think, but he always comes. Hey, what's up, JP? How you doing today? He always comes in, says hi, and I relate to that in a way, going like that. That's how my parents told me the same thing. If somebody else comes into the house or something, hey,
If he could wear a robe to school, that boy would.
he would. I
If he can wear
guarantee
full-fledged pajamas and take a pillow, his ass will.
pajama day.
I believe that too.
Probably his
Absolutely.
favorite day. But like the fact that he comes in, that Will comes in, says what's up, says they have, just take that quick time. I'm not asking them to, hey, come hang out. Like, I'm not asking them to do that because I know they got their own shit to do. But the fact that they come out and say what's up and do the I've told Mizzle before, bro, you're doing it right. You don't got to worry about that. 16, 14, 15 years old and stuff like that. That's usually an age you got to worry about. But with them, I look at them and go, bro, you've done it. I ain't got to worry. You don't got to worry about shit. They're good. You've done it right.
Well,
because
like
they
told them.
know they know to come in to say hi. Because again, Mizzle, you don't bring nobody into your house that you don't trust. If you don't trust them, they're not there to begin with. So it's out of
Not even to spend time with my kids.
Hell no.
Better not bring your kids.
Hell no. So it's just that's where you say like it's a family. It's become so much of a family oriented thing, like Joppo's TV, Mizzle and Dub show. Like, we've become so close. Like, I go to, for those of y'all who don't know, go to Mizzle's game nights with his family, every month or every, whenever we can get it done and stuff like that.
It's pretty every month.
Bringing the wife and everything. She loves going every goddamn month. She loves hanging out with the family. Dub, when you came over for that surprise visit, oh my God.
I'm still getting cussed out for that. But guess what? I'll tell you this. I love it. I told all y'all, when y'all was giving me shit, I was like, yeah, give it to me. But guess what? When you sit here and walk around here, when you look over there and you're sitting at him playing dominoes and he's here with us, you're going to look at me like, fuck you, Mizzle, but I love you. And that's all I want to hear. And that's all I got that whole day. Fuck you, but I love you.
I didn't even
cool.
Get, like, when Dub came down that day, I was like,
because you heard his voice.
Second that I looked at Dub and I was like, this is going to be a damn good day.
But wait. Since we're going there, Dub was texting you because y'all team was playing each other.
Yeah, it was Georgia.
Like he was still in Vegas.
Dub was talking the most shit to me over text message.
Like he was still in Vegas.
I was not talking ish.
I had no fucking idea that he was just upstairs talking shit to me.
Because I was in the chat. You were.
And then the next thing I know, Dub comes down the stairs going, oh, hey, motherfuckers. First of all, it's like, wait a minute, what? If you're going to talk shit to me, Dub, like, we're right here. Come on. And then at that point in time, again, Texas getting their ass whooped.
And then I got bum rushed by a whole bunch of big offensive linemen.
Bro, my freaking side room was like, the population got hit quick. I mean, we even had tears that day.
Dominoes that night was hella fun too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I still got the picture.
We got. I'm like, child, were you really in tears? You're like, yes. Ugly crying. I'm like, really?
Good night. It's a damn good night. But
and
again,
and I still got the fuck you, Miz. I'm like, hey, bring it, bring that shit. It's okay.
Like Debo looking at me like,
will come with a smile on your face. We're all right.
And all I asked was, but did you enjoy yourself? And everybody would say, yes. And this is going to be the one that we're always going to remember because I told everybody, I'm like, this is one game night you don't want to miss.
Brian even missed work for this.
And they were
Brian even missed work for this.
He was like, what are you talking about?
Everybody else thought it was a different scenario while we were there.
Some
But the
people really
fact
thought
that
Nicole was
came
pregnant.
down just brought a whole.
Well, she was pregnant, or we're moving. A lot of people thought we were breaking up. I was cracked up at that. I'm like,
That was the
do you?
weird one.
I'm like, do you think I worked this hard to get back with this woman to just do that? No, and I wouldn't invite nobody to the house for that. That it was
Factual.
I
gonna
was
either
gonna say, I
be,
was like, man, I don't think it's that. I think it's something else. It's something
Yeah.
else.
but
The
some also
pregnancy,
thought that
but
game. Some also thought that was gonna be the final game night, and I love that one because I'm like, yeah, let that one roll.
But
But
no,
no, but when that man said somebody said this, that, and the third, and everybody's face was like, because I saw JP's face first, and he was like, I know that voice because I've heard this voice like countless times. The people, because I came when he said something, I said, "That's y'all gift. That's the gift right there," or that's what something I said. But and everybody,
pulled me out of the room
oh,
too. I was in the man cave at the time. Like, hey, come out here. You're gonna be.
you might want to come out for this one.
You're gonna come out. You're gonna want to come and see this one. As soon as I walked out, saw him came down. I was like, oh shit. I had to let everybody, tackle him, give that love.
That was
Because again, again, people who are watching, people that understand this, and I kind of need to say this at least to both of y'all. I've told Mizzle, before. When I moved here to Sacramento about 5-6 years ago, that was the one thing that, me and my wife having a conversation and stuff like that was the one thing that kind of put me in a little bit of like a depression mode the most. The fact that I was in Sacramento and I didn't have my brothers with me, my cousins with me. They were either in the Bay or they were all out in Texas. So when I got acclimated with you guys, Mizzle invited me into your home, and the game nights and just getting more and more. Man, like I haven't had one of those like real like kind of depression episodes in a long time.
Wow.
oh shit.
Wow.
And you can ask my wife. I used to have them like a lot, like real shit, bro. Like I used to have them a lot because again, it's just kind of like I don't necessarily have those friends that I can
Don't
just
do that.
go to their house and just hang out and do that. So when y'all kind of brought me in, and I kind of because again, I'm not one of those. I'm just of I trust you automatically. It takes a minute. So the more I got to talk with you guys, and the more things just kind of it started to get, again, acclimated more and things started to get a lot better. Mizzle, that first time that you invited us over and we, especially, the wife, when she was getting there meeting Nicole and everybody, and Sade and Chante and everybody else, that I started to get that happiness back. That idea of I got that family feeling again. Like it really and this it gets me a little emotional. It really does.
No, because you I was saying don't do that exactly, but go ahead, testify, testify, brother.
But real shit. Like I used to have those episodes of like I don't really have this or that and that, but since I've been with y'all, that shit just kind of went out the window because I know I'm kind of getting a little choked up talking about it. Maybe this is the drink, I don't know. But
It's
like,
everything.
but really, like the fact that I've been able to get acclimated with y'all in a way that I can literally look at both of you and go, "This is family." I'm glad that, especially when my grandfather died, and knowing that I had both of you to be able to talk with, Mizzle, I can go to your house, just be able to get that. Hey, I'm here for you, bro. Like I got you. Like that to me was like, I don't think y'all understand. You do, but you don't understand for me how much that really affected me in a positive way. Y'all got me out of a very dark place. Like I just want you two to know that. You guys were be able to get me out of a place where I was down on myself, to where I can actually get to you. And I give credit to Mad Sticks and Kay and EJ and everybody, but like for you guys, Mizzle especially, being able to go to your house and stuff like that for game night, not even for game nights, but even for really anything. Like if I needed to talk about anything, I know that I can call you, head over to your house, and we can just sit there and talk.
Yep.
And that's what I didn't have here for a good amount of time. But now that I do, it's just, I'm happy as fuck. Like there's I haven't had one of those episodes in a long time, and it feels so good to be able to say that.
And didn't Monday Night Raw feel even better?
The fact that I have people here that I know that I can go to nerdy ass events to.
Bless you, Kenny. Bless you, my guy.
Up. No, but JP, I really appreciate that, because I'll tell you that, and I'm gonna follow your cab with that. If it wasn't for that man up there, I didn't have that avenue to allow that, because I was closed off and didn't have the opportunity to do that. But Dub has showed me a lot of things. So, but no, bro, you good around here, man. And I love how you felt the moment I told you, "Hey, bro, just walk through the front. Just walk through the door. You ain't got to knock." JP walked through that. When I told him that, he walked in, but he walked in gingerly. I'm like, "Bro, you're good.
The first time I went in, knocked in, opened the door, everything's cool. But then you had told me, "Hey, just walk in from now on." And I still, at least the first few times after that,
yeah,
it was just that spot in me going, I need to at least.
But now, how you feel now? How you feel now?
Now,
see,
I don't even have to let you know that I just arrived.
You just got to get past my guard dog.
Yeah, but, hey,
oh,
Buddy
and
me got a good relationship. I love Buddy. Buddy's a great ass dog. And as soon as I walk in, he'll bark one time, but then he'll look at, "Oh, hey, you're good."
Yeah, I seen your ass before. You good?
No, but it's the funny shit to where Mizzle be talking ish to him.
Oh, we've had multiple shows where I've been talking.
Absolutely.
Or then he'll send me pictures and videos. I'm just like, or we'll just be sitting there having a time like, Buddy's sleeping like he put in 8 hours of work today.
I was saying, wasn't it? We were watching WrestleMania. He's in there dreaming, just sitting there. Y'all still up getting to it? Look,
hey, I just looked at it too. Hey, matter of fact, whenever we Dub decide to call it, I'm about to turn on Shadows. I'm about to play shit. I ain't got to go to work. Hey, JP sent me the golden link.
Oh Lord.
Everything that I've been seeing, I've been sending to him.
Hey, but on some when I told you I know how you felt about that day, I know. So I'm glad that you got out of that place, and I'm glad that me and my brother was able to help you with that because that's what this family is all about.
I normally don't try to write long ass novels when
No, yes, you do. You love them.
no,
Stop it.
no, I really truly don't. But it's just
I will shoot you in the pinky toe. Yes, you do.
you will not be. There will be no shooting over here. All right. But I mean, like I said, I really don't mean to, be typing novels, but I mean that's it. That's just the believer in me because I really can't get it out in one sentence. KB, that you will enjoy that documentary. Like I said, if you have not watched The Two Killings of Sam Cooke on Netflix, I highly recommend it.
That's gonna be my watch in the morning. I'll watch that and then I'll get back on PlayStation. But I'm gonna watch that because I didn't see that and I'm very intrigued to see what that's all about.
It's a damn good documentary. It really is. And I think it just basically shows about just how much really a lot of times people forget how popular Sam Cooke is, and not to mention what he would have done for civil rights, because obviously, according to Rolling Stone, his classic "A Change's Gonna Come," which he wrote obviously in 1964, previous to his tragic shooting in 1964, was voted the greatest protest song ever by Rolling Stone magazine. Howbeiver, he only performed that song one time, and he did it on the Johnny Carson show, and unfortunately there's no footage of that, and that is something Johnny Carson said that he regret not having footage of that.
So the only thing we got is just that vocal of him.
Yeah, just the actual song, the actual song itself. But yeah, he performed it live.
Whatever you have downloaded, is that's the only time he sung that song.
Yeah,
The Change Is Gonna Come.
Yeah,
because I have it downloaded.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have a playlist alone dedicated to Sam Cooke. Good Lord.
Well, hell, we have traveled from Vegas to California, California to Vegas, and you played that song.
Factual statement. But yeah, I mean, as I often told people, like my hometown church of California missed out on having Sam Cooke perform for them because, as I've said many times, the founder of the Soul Stars, Mr. Senior Roy Crane, was very close with my family, and we were friends. Like him and my grandfather would play. Him and my grandfather would play dominoes, just like me and Clifford did, because that was Clifford's grandfather, obviously.
So how we played dominoes? That's how they were play. So you mean to tell me y'all had a good time playing with them?
Oh yeah.
Play dominoes, Mizzle, like real shit.
Well, I only play.
Way you play dominoes? There's
I just
no
know
such
how to.
thing as friendly dominoes. I'm gonna be honest with
No,
you.
I've never played. Well, you've been around here and you've seen people that when we play dominoes, they're like, "I'm never sitting next to Mizzle."
Nope.
You've heard it.
Yep.
I've learned from OGs.
I learned that lesson the first night.
Now, let me tell you about Roy Crane and James Hopkins playing dominoes. Now, they wouldn't cuss each other out talking ish, but I mean, when you got two Texas boys, they were both proud and raised
in their language,
Texans.
in their language, in what we
they was talking trash. They was talking trash.
They dominoes.
No, but here's the one thing about playing dominoes against my grandfather.
I don't know what friendly dominoes is.
Hey,
when my
whooped my ass one day. I admit it. He whooped. Matter of fact, no, I'm gonna say this. I wasn't the only one that got an ass whipped. He got his ass whipped.
We all did. Oh, please. I can never beat that old man. No, but now here's one thing about James Hopkins. Here's one thing about James Hopkins playing dominoes. When he's playing dominoes.
No.
If he starts doing like this,
you're done.
We're fucked.
Done.
You're done. Done.
The
when he starts thinking like that, I'm like, oh, he's about to score.
It's almost like, when you playing cards, and if you want to just throw your dominoes in, I've seen that man hit that move multiple times. And I look at him like, why are we playing?
We
And
can say
normally,
it now. You know that, right?
and normally he's always getting 20 when he does that gesture.
At least
20. Not 5,
And
not 10.
getting and damn
20.
and damn near getting 15 extra off domino. He domino with the 20, and then they're getting 15 off your hand. Like, bro, how did you do that?
some people are just
I
magicians.
missed the hey Dub, I missed the old man.
Yeah,
I
I
missed
miss
the
him
old
too.
man. I missed the old man.
JP, you would have loved him if you had the chance to meet him.
Oh, I
100%.
don't doubt that whatsoever.
100%.
I don't doubt that at all.
Excellent man.
Now that we have you, JP, because we kind of talked about this on our last show, and
Uh-oh.
I don't want to go there, but
Do it.
I don't know
Do
what's
it.
worse. I don't know what's worse. The
Do
fact
it.
that Jake Paul is fighting him, or it's worse that he's fighting Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Wait, that's official?
Oh, okay.
No, hold on. That's official?
Hold on.
So here's the thing. When I saw that because I'm one of the biggest Julio Cesar Chavez senior fans.
Yes, rightfully so. Senior is an all-time legend
and-
without question.
Like when I was a kid, my grandpa. It's one of the especially the core memories that I have with my grandfather. That
Yes, June
when I was-
28th at the Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim, California. Yes.
When I was a kid, basically, from far back I can remember, from 3, 4, 5 years old to on, sitting watching Julio Cesar Chavez fights. From when I was a kid.
They're really making this
all
a
the way up
pay-per-view
until
fight,
time.
really.
So when I saw that Junior was gonna fight Jake, two things popped into my head. One was, if it goes the right way, Junior's gonna fuck up Jake Paul so bad that he's not gonna fight again. Or two, they're gonna pay Junior so much money that he's gonna take another dive, just like the rest of these fighters have. Because I know that they're, the talking heads and everybody. Oh, Jake Paul, he's become a legitimate boxer. He's become. Every fight that I have watched Jake Paul fight, a real fighter would fuck him up. If Tommy Fury can beat Jake Paul in a fight, a legitimate boxer will knock him out in 3. So Junior, being a former champion, I've watched his career. I know what he's capable of doing. Since I know that information, there is no reason why Junior can't fuck him up within 3 rounds.
I agree.
There's no reason. Junior can go in and beat his ass, play with him for 1 round, toy with him again for 2, but in 3, knock him the fuck out. But then again, there's a difference in the sense of Junior has never fought 200 pounds plus.
No.
Jake has only fought in that weight range. All the fights that he's fought, he's always fought people who are smaller than him.
Yes. Definitely.
When he fought Tommy Fury, that was the first person who was the same weight as he was, and Tommy Fury fucked him up. So when he fights people in the same weight class, he doesn't stand a chance, especially if they're a legitimate boxer. He doesn't stand a chance. But I don't see Junior walking into this fight over 185. At most, he may go into it 175. And Jake is going to walk into it about 200, 205.
Yeah.
That's probably what it's going to be at. Because if Junior walks into it at 200, 205, he's going to be sluggish as shit because he's not used to fighting at that weight. He's used to fighting at 175 less. So, again, two ways of looking at it. If it's legit, if it's an actual fight, I don't think it matters what weight class it is. Junior's going to fuck him up.
Mm-hmm.
Bad, too. It's not. It'll be a clinic. But if it goes the way I kind of think it's going to go, in a sense of Jake Paul's going to pay him to take a dive.
I.e. Mike Tyson.
I mean, Mike Tyson.
That was a joke. That wasn't serious. That wasn't serious. That was
not at all. That was 100% an exhibition fight.
Yeah.
And to be honest, if Mike Tyson didn't hold back, he would have killed Jake Paul.
Thank you.
Because
Spinal.
You knew at round 2 that Mike Tyson had a killer instinct in him that he was getting ready to unleash. And Jake Paul told him mid-round, hey, calm it the fuck down. I'm paying you this amount of money, calm it down. And after that second round, Mike Tyson stopped being active. You can tell. You can tell when a fighter is taking a dive. It's not hard to really understand, especially if you've been watching boxing for a while. It's easy to understand when a fighter is taking a dive. So again, I go to, there's two ways it can happen. Junior's either going to fuck him up or he's going to take a dive. Because Junior at this point in time, especially in his career, and I hate to say this, Junior might be hurting for money right now.
Ooh, that very well could be.
So with that being said, for me, I look at it as about, and I'm only saying this to kind of leave room for benefit of the doubt, there's about a 60 to 65% chance that I see Jake Paul walking out of this with a win, and not a decision win, but Junior's going to leave him open to put him down.
Ooh.
Because this is one of those fights where if Jake wins, it legitimizes him in a certain way.
Yikes.
Because again, he's beaten only MMA fighters.
Facts.
Correct.
And fighters he shouldn't have beaten. Fucking Nate Robinson. Like, really?
Oh, Lord.
You've been fighting MMA fighters and a former NBA player. Come on.
Precious Lord.
There is nothing legitimate. And the first legitimate fighter that you faced, you lost. So this is one of those fights that if he beats a former champion a
Might be
legitimate
some-
former boxing champion, it legitimizes him in a way. So if Junior's really hurting for money, I can see him taking a dive.
Damn.
And that's gonna, and I can say this right now, Senior ain't gonna be happy about that. We may be looking at a possibility where Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. can look at Junior and go, "You're not my son. You're not who I trained. I trained you to be a killer.
Yeah.
I trained you to be like me. What you just did was not what I would do." It's going to cause conflict within the family.
Ooh, you going that
100%.
You going that route.
So if Junior goes into it the right way, no reason why he doesn't fuck up Jake Paul within 3 rounds.
He should.
Well, I guess the only thing we can say is we will see it when it happens. Well, folks, we were not expecting to go 3 hours and 6 minutes, but for those that are still up watching with us, we appreciate y'all for these last 3 hours and 6 minutes. As always,
we had some viewers on this one.
Yes, we had some viewers. We've had some comments. Thank you to all our fans for commenting, gaining some new subscribers. Javos TV gaining new subscribers. So we definitely appreciate it. Also, there will be a collaboration draft special. Unfortunately, I won't be there during the first round because I don't get off work until 6. But you can join Mizzle, Chris, JP,
a little sappy. Fuck you,
and,
living room,
and KB, as they will bring you their thoughts on the draft special. If they're still on by the time I get up, I'll try to give some analysis on what I've seen or what I will read through the draft. But appreciate all y'all for hanging out with us here on the Mizzle Dub Show. Special thanks to, as always, our fellow brother and family member, the bad guy, JP, Mr. Josh Perneda. Again, don't forget to check out the All Bro Joffos this upcoming Friday on Joffos TV. And the Joffos just gained another subscriber. Now up to 359.
Appreciate you.
Let's go.
Your friend, tell a friend. Let's get those numbers up.
Indeed. So for the bad guy, for Wade Mizzle, I'm Dub. Thank you for watching. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and this has been episode 332 of the Mizzle and Dub Show. Enjoy the NFL draft, wear your team colors, and hopefully your team picks who you want to draft. Enjoy.
Hopefully.
Good morning.
You're definitely a fucking good morning. This is what happens with good conversation. Liquor and weed happens in one thing.
Indeed.
We come together.
We
come together as a family. But the super dope beat maker is taking us out. Hey,
love you too, brother.
Hey, let's do this again.
Yeet. Oh!
That's what we do. O'clock in the morning. Good Lord. And always check out 17KD. Got a new album on all platforms. Check them out.